Hello, 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 y'all. We are back. Ladies' night yet again. Give y'all time to get in here and to get to streaming and to get all y'all channels connected and everything. Get some people to know us. Let me go ahead and share us out to some people so they know. I'm gonna put our link in the group so they know, just in case they don't know, because I don't see nobody in the chat yet. Come on, let me go on like that. Oh shit. All right, so hopefully that'll help and some people will log in. Hey, punch drinker, I like you already, punch drinker. I don't know what that means if you like punch people every time you take a shot, but I'm with it and I like the heart. If you have a question, just go ahead and post your question. Keena in the background, who you do not see, will go ahead and tag your question. I'm Angie. A5 says this is Alycia, and then this is Collective Capricorn. So we're going to do free readings tonight. So if you have any questions, go ahead that you want to know what thus says the Lord or your higher power or whatever. Go ahead and let us know what your question is, and we will go ahead and read it for you. I'm also about to post this out on Facebook. So like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let everybody know that we're live. What did I say? Thus says the Lord. Exactly, Kenya. Listen, people, I am going to your higher power. Hey, Miss Julie.
Hey, Miss Julie.
So I'm just letting y'all know, like. So I just share this out so everybody know that we're live.
Angie,
Huh? I'm
did
sorry.
you order the
No, I did not order the new cars yet, and I need.
girl? Do
Hey,
you see
Libra World,
mine?
how are you? Libra World asks for a general. You like the video? Thank you. I hope you shared it out. Let people know we're here so other people can get readings too. You got them. Wait, let me see what they look like.
No, I didn't
Oh,
get them. You
yeah.
see mine still raggedy.
Girl, mine is falling apart. Them cards
Hello.
be on by thread. I need new cards so bad. So I went back to these, and these hanging on by thread. Some of them bent up, got all kinds of lines through them. What direction am I walking in metaphorically? Oh, okay, because I'm like, what? Okay, Collective Capricorn says she'll be back. She's restarting her computer. Again, all y'all people that are on Twitch, I know y'all know how to share us out and to get us some people in. So go ahead and do that. Let people know. If you're on Michelle's page or if you're on Collective Capricorn's page, go ahead and go to my page. I think it's A5says, like and subscribe because we're all on a lot. We're on today. We might be back on tomorrow. We'll definitely be back on Sunday again. That's usually ladies' night. Um, let's see. Do my passed away loved ones have a message for me? Lacey, I'll try and see if we can get that through. Mediumship usually takes a minute to get into, so I can give you a general reading, and if a deceased loved one comes up, then we can try to do that. But just going straight into mediumship sometimes take a minute. But your deceased loved ones are always trying to contact you, just in general, so you know. You have to understand that energy is never created or destroyed. So just because you can't see them in the physical, in the meat suit, in the human form, doesn't mean that that energy went away. It just went to a different form. They ascended to their next level, but they're still communicating with you all the time. When my grandmother's trying to contact me, sometimes she'll show me that Michael Jackson, Billie Jean Rose. Sometimes I'll see Pink. Sometimes I'll see her address. Sometimes I want the food from my childhood. When my cousin is trying to contact me, I'll see A5 or I'll see a red shirt because those are things that we share. So when you remember these things about people that your loved one trying to contact you, they have no other way to do it, and you may not be receptive to hearing them. So I really want you let them know. Punch Drunk, you were added to the list. Gladys Trotter, Kina will add you to the list also. Kina will add you on your page to let you know that you're on there, except for on collect if you're on Collective Capricorn's Twitch because she doesn't have access to to post on her page. But otherwise, Kina will let you know when you're in there. So right now we have 4 people pinned on there, and so let me tell you who's on the list right now thus far: Libra World, Punch Drinker, Lacey Anthony, and Gladys Trotter. So you're all on the list. Anything y'all want to share? Like anything good happened to y'all this week? Like I told y'all, everything that I've been asking for because it was a 10-10 portal this week. So I hope y'all are taking advantage of all of the energy. We had the 10-10 portal this week. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. It's a full moon a new moon this weekend and the eclipse this weekend. So there's a lot of information there's a lot of stuff going on energetically that could help you to manifest. And for the new moon, we always want to set our intentions. What is it that we want from the new moon? So I have a whole list. I wrote out all the expenses that I have to pay, all the things that I want, and I set those out. And for the new moon, my intention is for all those things to be in progress or to come to me either by the end of the year, by the time the full moon comes. So make sure that you all are activating all of that energy. Friday 13th for me is a great day. I can't wait till tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll win the lottery tomorrow. I am excited about it. And so one of the things I was telling them is that I've really been drawn to going to San Francisco and Denver. And so I put those out there, and lo and behold, everything that I've been asking for has been coming up. I'm going to Colorado. I wanted to go skiing. I have a skiing trip that is come up. And these are things that just came out of the blue. I didn't have to plan it. I didn't have to do anything. And that was my thing. I don't like planning the details, but I'll pay for whatever it is that you set up. And so this person is like a travel agent. She just plans day trips or, 24 or 36 hours in a city or state. We go there, we have a good time, we ball out, and then we come back home and we rest up. And so she's planned a couple of those and I've joined those, but it's all the places that I want. So San Francisco is the next place on my list. I think it's only Charmed is the reason I want to go there, but either way,
I love
I
Charm,
want to
the
go.
original one.
Exactly. Hi, Angelique. Hi, 8. I don't even know if that's supposed to be something. 8 Dolo.
What?
Exactly. So, uh,
8? Oh,
is that 8 Dolo? Is that what that's supposed to
I
be?
think
Is that
so.
how I'm supposed to pronounce it? Listen, y'all, I'm old. I don't understand these terms that y'all be
He
saying.
said yes, 8 Dolo.
Okay, 8 Dolo. That's cool. So again, if you want to have your um, if you want a question read, go ahead and read it and post your question. Tina will let you know that you're on the list, or I'll let you know that you're on the list. Okay. If any way you feel like saying it. Well, I want to say it right. I don't want to just make it up. Listen, my real name people mispronounce all the time. Um, I work with a lot of people from India. They always call me Anju because the first 4 letters of my name is Anju, and so they think it's Anju, but really the short version of my name is Angie, and so I have to correct them a lot, and so I'm very particular about getting people's name right. And then when I go to the higher power and ask them your question, what you want me? I want to get it right, straight Dolo, straight. Is it Dolo?
8 Dolo.
$8. Is that 8? It's supposed to be $8. It's supposed to be $8. Listen, sir, we are not that young. We don't understand what you're trying to say. And when I go to your higher power, I want to
If
correctly
you,
identify you. It's
if you,
$8, $8,
it's
eight.
8 Dolo.
It's $8. Okay.
If you look,
What
you
is your
see.
real name? Is it like Richard? Can I call you
I
Richard?
can't
I
see it.
just can't.
That's actually my brother. That's funny.
Okay, Arnold. Oh, I like that. All right, Arnold. We gonna call you Arnold.
Just chilling.
I like that. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get started. So Keena, go ahead and put the first person up so we can go ahead and get reading and we can get these people going because they is already ready to go. So Libra World has anyone wait. Oh, hello. Where's my glasses? Lord. That's a hey everyone.
Okay.
May I have a check? I thought that said
Capricorn, have you ever seen Angie wear these glasses? They don't have no type of medicine in them. She just be
she is
putting.
such a hater. So what I got them for the Dollar Tree, they make me feel like I could see better. First of all, Alycia is a hater. All right, Keena, you out at night. It's cracking the whip tonight. She like, y'all better be done by 9 o'clock because she ain't taking no more trash talk from us. Like, Jesus Christ, people. Keena real rude. So I guess we better do speed readings tonight.
Yeah.
All right, well, y'all can go ahead and start. Thank you, Arno. He said my glasses on fleek. Yeah, Alycia is such a hater.
No medicine.
All right, y'all can go ahead and start on Libra World.
Okay. Libra world. Libra world. Libra world.
Okay, hey Tiffany. I don't even see a Tiffany. Who saw Tiffany? Oh, hey Tiffany. Hey Angelique. I love your name. Okay, just a general. I like a general. All right, all right, all right, all right. Pretty girl, yes, you could. Well, let me get out of the chat because that's Keena's job. Keena will tell you when you could be added. So, pretty girl, I just want to say hi to you. You don't have to add it. Just post your question and Keena will take your question. She's probably going to cut the list a little early today because we have to be done by 9 o'clock. Hey, Sherry. So, whenever you guys are ready to go ahead and read um, Libra World, go ahead. I do get the revving of an engine. I don't know. I feel like I told you this before, but I get the revving of a big truck engine, you're at the next step. Like maybe last time I read you, you were sitting in the car and you weren't moving. Now this time you've turned the car on and you're revving the engine, but you haven't put it in drive, and you seem to be in a bigger vehicle. So for me, if you're in a bigger vehicle, that means that you're going to you need more. You need more. Um, uh, 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 what is it? More power to haul whatever it is that you're going to be taking on, or whatever it is that you're pulling. And then I heard upgrade. Like maybe you got a spiritual upgrade, and like your guys want you to know. Um, we don't tell for pretty girl, I can give you a general love reading. I can't tell you how somebody else feels about you. I don't tell you what somebody else is thinking about you because I don't have their permission to tap into their thinking. And so for me, that's a violation of their mind space. It would be like reading their journal and then telling you what they want. If they wanted you to know, they would tell you, or you should be able to ask them. So I can give you a general love reading, but I can't tell you how somebody else feels about you. And I know there's other people who do it, but for me, that's just my line that I don't cross. Because what if he came to me and asked me what you were thinking? Would you want me to tell him all the things that you were thinking about him? All right, that's cool. All right. So, Miss Libra, roll back to the card that, or are you ready, Michelle? You can go ahead if you're ready. You can go ahead and read it.
Sounds good.
So, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead. Oh, you're
Yeah.
getting. Oh, okay.
I'm just sensing that you don't have to feel like you're enduring life. You can just allow yourself to enjoy where you're at with the things on your plate. Um, so I have the 7 of Fire, the 7 of Wands, Endurance, the Hermit card, and the Ace of Water, the Ace of Cups. So it seems like you have like your life together, and you're really investing in your self-interest, or it's a really good time to meditate, apply meditation 20 minutes a day, or when you're sleeping, intentional meditation, to really reflect on your self-interest and broaden what those self-interests are, to really start to not feel like you're enduring life with the energy you are currently have with the things on your plate, but being able to still know that you can be creative with the energy that you already are responsible currently with your day-to-day routine. Hopefully that makes sense. Because if you're not having or not being creative with what you see day to day, or not happy with your day to day, you just continue that mental carousel that, you can't really hop off of it if it's spinning too fast, if your mind is going way too fast and you don't find space to mentally slow down. I also get the son of air, and he doesn't really know where to point his arrow because either because of inexperience of a certain situation, but it's really important that you see things from a different perspective to create some mental strength towards endurance, especially, and having discipline on really taking the time to reflect on if you are if some of these behaviors are benefiting you or very destructive towards you or very destructive. So I also get the world card with love in reverse. So that's what I'm getting so far. What did you guys pick up?
Well, Dexter went wild on the oracle cards, so I didn't draw any tarot. I drew oracle. Now, number one, I get that you're very protected. So I got you're protected. Your guides really look out for you, and they send you signs that they're with you often. Now I do believe these are out of order. So, but I also got distractions. But what was I got the knot or relationships, and I think that you get distracted by thinking about when you're gonna be in that next relationship that's on your mind heavy. Um, but then here I got the yield card or having patience about that. I'm getting the feeling, or I'm getting it. It's other things to work on, and right now, how can I say? You may think that you're ready for another relationship, but it's other things to work on. But cards is flipping, but you're very distracted with thinking about relationships often, or you being in a relationship often. My crystal card, I did draw blue lace agate, and that's fine. You're calm. So it kind of goes along with what Capricorn was saying. You need to meditate, ground, things like that. You can get overwhelmed at times with day-to-day life, and it's this is talking about stopping, breathing, really paying attention to the moment instead of the 500 things that you have going on in your mind at one time. Who is this?
This Daniel person is about to get um blocked. He's trying to inbox somebody. But shoot. What's her name?
Libra World.
Libra World. Do you have an older I'm sorry, I'm trying to block this person. Okay. So do you have an older aunt or grandmother figure that is deceased? Because I clearly hear someone saying, so when you go start doing the crystal healing, are you into crystals or getting crystal healing? Because the truck that you're pulling is a truck full of crystals or a truck full of yeah, crystals. It's definitely crystals that you're pulling. And is that something that you're looking to get into crystal healing, or how you can use crystals to heal? Because I want you to understand when they describe those robes in the Bible and all the little jewels and things that are on them, those are crystals, right? Those are rubies, those are diamonds, those are emeralds. Those are just crystals that we use now that were adorned on the robes. And those meant something. Like, all those kings and all those no royal figures on there who had all those things, all those jewels on their robes and on their headdress, and all, those are just the crystals that we use now. And so someone in the afterlife is saying,
She said her
oh,
name.
with Nana. Okay, she was into a lot of terror. Okay, she said, and she's basically with her hand on her hip, like, when are you gonna get into the crystal healing? Like, what's taking you so long? What are you waiting for? What are you afraid of? I'm getting goosebumps so that I know that I'm on the right track. She's very adamant about you moving forward because you seem to be very timid, or you seem to be worried about how other people are going to take you. And she said, you came in this world alone. You're going to die alone. There's nothing these people can do to harm you, hurt you, or take or give to you. Wherever your source of strength and power comes from is from your higher power, not any of these people on here. So what they think about you isn't going to be dollars or cents. It's not going to pay your bills, and it's not going to make any more bills for you. And so what they're saying is that you can just go ahead and live your life.
And that's who's I'm getting the energy. That's who's protecting her.
And a lot of drama. Drama is what you allow into your life. You don't have to have any drama. We've given you many instances where I've told you to put that bubble over you and drawn out the drama, and then that way, when you put that clear bubble over you, the only thing that's left inside is you and your positive energy and your higher power, or your guides, or your archangels, or your ancestors. You allow drama to come in. You know why I don't have drama? Because I shut it down. I don't deal with it. Oh, that's what y'all talking about? Then I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be a part of it. You don't have to associate with people just because they're family, just because they're friends. You can move yourself apart from it. Remember, and I don't know if you've ever heard me say it, but back in the day, we used to have a ladies' night, and we used to get together, and we would just talk about our woes, about how our dating life sucked, how these men weren't anything. And after a couple months or almost a year of doing that, it got to be heavy on me. Like, well, all we do is get together and talk about how much our man troubles. So we stepped back a little bit and decided that we weren't going to do it. And so now when we come together, we try to come together on a more positive note, because you need to elevate your circle. You need to realize, okay, this is where we are. We're trying to get to here. We need to elevate our conversation. And so now we do more things that are out and about, that are joyous, and we're a little bit more open, and we're a little bit more positive about the men that we meet, or just on the dating scene at all, and just our experiences with it. So we don't get together and just have a bitch fest. We get together and we celebrate each other, or what we're doing in life and our accomplishments, and not so much everything that's just woe is me. And so you decide what amount of drama you're going to have in your life. If you talk to your cousin all the time, or your auntie, or your sister, or whoever it is, and they're always drama, then you pull back. You don't have to engage in that. Oh, okay, I gotta go. The dog is whistling. Ring around the rosy. I gotta go. I gotta go put a pot of beans on the oven. You decide that you don't want to talk to these people. You decide the amount of drama that you're having in your life. My mom doesn't believe in what I'm doing regarding the readings. She's made comments all the time about it. So when we talk, we just don't discuss that. I know that she's very religious, but I also know that she has the ability. She's just not leaning into it. So I don't force nobody into a world that they don't want to be in. If you don't want to talk about it, then we're not going to talk about it. But if you do want to talk about it, I'm open to it. I'm just not going to argue about it. And I don't have to prove to you the power that I have, or the rights that I have to this, or the connection that I have to the higher power. You either engage with me or you don't. I'm not going to argue, because we both look like two fools arguing together. So you decide the level of drama that you want in your life. That's why the one thing we always tell you when you get into metaphysical is find a tribe, find a group of people who are like-minded, um, who are on the same level that you are on. Hey, Lewis. Hey, Samantha.
Hey, brother.
Jasmine.
No, Samantha needs to be blocked.
Oh, what is Samantha doing?
She trying to read people.
Okay, I blocked somebody else. And so these people that are trying to get you to come into their inbox, do not come into their inbox. Our readings are free. What they're doing is giving you a snippet of a reading, or inviting you into their inbox so they can charge you. If you get charged, that's at your own peril. Listen, I'm telling you, the readings that we're doing are for free. Now, if you contact me through my email address and we set up a time and a date, then that costs. I'm not inviting you into my inbox. I don't have the time to invite people into my inbox. And plus, listen, this take more time than I have. So what I'm saying is that you need to not go into their inbox. Not you can report them, you can block them, you can do them as unsolicited spam, however you want to. Just get them off your back because I can't catch either one of them. But just know that I'm not inviting you into my inbox, and anybody that is not associated with one of us because we don't do that. If you want to read it, you contact us. We don't invite you into our inbox. Okay. So back to Miss Libra world. The drama that you're experiencing is because you're allowing it into your life. If you don't want the drama, then you cut the drama off. Like all these people will be like, "Oh, my ex won't stop contacting you." Well, what kind of relationship you have with your phone company? Because as soon as I tell Verizon to block these people, boop, I don't get a text, I don't get a ring, I don't get an email, I don't get a ding, 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 nothing, 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 nothing. You allow people into your life, into your circle, into your atmosphere to cause drama, to be whatever they are to your life because you can cut that behavior off. If you were out somewhere and somebody was touching you inappropriately or rubbing on you, you would let them know, hey, what is you doing? The same applies to family and friends. You don't have to talk to people that you don't want to talk to. You don't have to associate with people who don't believe in what you're doing or who are making comments. And what you'll find out is the same people that are making the comments don't understand what you're doing. And lo and behold, down the line, they'll come and talk to you because I have a lot of pastor, religious people who'll come around and who'll talk to me when the husband's not there or when the parents are not there or in the background or secretly because they don't want nobody to know. And so what I started being like was, look, if you don't want people to know publicly that you're talking to me, then you don't want my readings privately. If your husband doesn't want you to do this and you're under his thumb and you can't do it because he doesn't want you to or because you don't want to have conflict, then you probably need to find somebody else to do your reading. But that's all I'm saying is your ancestor, your grandmother is saying when you're gonna start these crystal reading or these crystal healing. So whenever you're ready, she's ready to help you and to guide you along and to move you forward. But that's what your conflict is. You're making it a conflict that is happens to be. It's between you and your higher power, not you and these people out here. Do any of them people pay your rent? Do any of them people write your checks? Do any of them people give you your messages? So you're letting the wrong people influence you. Again, your relationship should be this way, not this way. Remember when Jesus went to the cross, all them people wanted his head on a platter, and he did not give a fuck. He went along with his mission. So you decide what side of the fence you're going to stand on. Are you going to let these people keep your money away? Are you going to let these people from keeping you excel, or are you going to move forward? Because I see it clearly. They're showing me the truck full of crystals. Your grandmother is saying, when are you going to start the healing? You have the inclination to do it, but you're standing in a world of fear. So what you're telling me is the people around you are more powerful than the God that you serve. Literally, what they say and what they think and what they how they speak upon you is more powerful than the purpose that your higher power is given to you. So think about that. I'm going to give more credit to my fear, to these people, to this drama that I give to my higher power, who is the source of everything that I have. You decide how you want to move forward. Okay? But what do I get for mental and money and blockages? Wait, what? I don't I don't understand the question. You said you might try this weekend, but what do you get for mental and money blockages? Money blockages are that's your own personal thing. Nobody's blocking you your money anyway. You have to decide. Remember, I told y'all for the 9-9 portal, I imagined a portal in my arm, like a circle, like I cuff my arm like this, and I imagined a portal and I pulled money out. And then within that same week, I got 2 raises. And then money's just coming to me. Like I keep getting little gift cards. I keep getting little money here. So your money blockages are your own. It's how you associate money. I used to think that all my money had to be earned. I had to do it by the sweat of my bra. And I started being like, hold on, I'm too young and too vibrant and a little bit too old to be working this hard. And so I started telling my higher power, I want multiple streams of income. I want money to flow to me like a river. I don't want all the money that I make to come from the sweat of my bra. And so then you start being gifted money. You start getting bonuses. You start getting raises. You start calling in money to you. I've repeatedly said that I listen to this video every single night of this guy who tells me over and over and over for 8 freaking hours. He says the same thing over and over and over and over. I am so grateful and so happy that money flows to me from multiple streams, for multiple incomes, continuously. And he says it over and over and over and over all night. And so that's when I feed my brain at night. You decide what your mind absorbs and what you're going to get in there. If you want to change your thinking, then it's over time. You didn't get this mindset when you came out the womb. You developed this over time based on setbacks that you have, based on situations that you have. So if you want to change your mindset, you have to do the same thing and reprogram your mind. Tina, if you have that link to that video that I was talking about, you can go ahead and post it. But if you're my friend on Facebook, I posted the video multiple times. It's literally just this guy saying that he is grateful for all the sources of money that come into him. There's another person that says, I'm a lottery jackpot winner. There's another person that just says, he, because I like to hear a man say it, you are beautiful, you are awesome, you are amazing, you are gorgeous, you are talented, you are whatever. And I just listen to him. He's on You Creative, and you just listen to him over and over and over and over and over again. You decide what's programmed into your mind. I want to learn Spanish. You know what I'm going to listen to tonight? I have a playlist of 4 hours of just Spanish videos, and it's just Sesame Street in Spanish, and I'm just going to let that play all night. And so that information can be programmed into my mind. You decide. I know that my subconscious is very receptive to what I'm listening to when I'm in that sleep wake state. If I'm half awake and half asleep when the news is on, I start dreaming that I'm in a police chase, that somebody's trying to kill me. And then I wake up and look, oh, that's what's on the news. So you decide how you're going to program your mind and what information you're going to take in. Do you want the money or don't you want the money?
Hey, Miss Bonnie.
Miss Bonnie, we all know that when we do a reading, that it's not necessarily the very next day. It could come at any given time. So, like I said, like Alycia will tell you, I gave her a reading 18 months ago. She never asked me another word about it. She never even put any stock into it. She didn't even care what I said. I told her that this job was coming. She was like, "Oh, I work down the street from my job like 5 or 6 minutes. I love my employer now. Everything is gravy." She didn't question anything that I said. 18 months later, every word that I said came true exactly. And she didn't even care. The timing is not within our power, it's within divine power. This job had to be created. The person that she's working for had to get that position. So the universe had to pull all these things in for us to happen. So we know the divine timing is at work and that it'll come when it's happening. Not one time did Alycia ever bring that reading up to me again about what I told her. And when it finally happened, they brought it back up to her. Remember when Angie did your first reading? This is exactly what she was talking about. Oh no, I know, no, Miss Bonnie. I wasn't saying that necessarily to you, but everybody thinks that. Like when we tell them something, if it don't happen the next day, then it ain't gonna happen. And so we have to explain to them that divine timing is at play, and sometimes they need to know that it's not gonna happen the very next day, or it's not gonna happen like as soon as we said it. And I've been giving this example of Alycia since she's brought it up. She told me that she got it back in August or September. I've been bringing it up over and over to show them that sometimes we'll tell you something now and it won't happen for months or years later. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is something that she told me. So we know, I just use that as an example to say, it's divine timing that's coming. Not to say that, not to jump on it and be like, oh no, I didn't with you. It was just to get on the divine timing to let people know. All right. So who's next, Keena?
Because when she say I didn't think about that thing,
she never brought it up again. Like honestly, she was just like, oh, okay, whatever it is, what it is. and I'd rather you just be like, oh, okay, it is what it is. I'll believe it when I see it. And I'm one of them people. Listen, I'm from the show me stage. Show me that it's okay. We'll see. I'm a we'll see person so much. All right, so Miss Libra, let me know when you're how you're gonna try the crystal healing. It could just be you holding the crystals. Like there's a person I know who holds the crystals as they do the reading. There's a person I know who just lays the crystals out. There's a person who just kind of gets they tell her what crystal to use. You can lay the crystals on people. So you decide. You got to tap into that modality and see what it is they're trying to teach you. And don't worry about how you're going to make money from it. Allow them first learn your trade. It's like you saying, I want to be a beautician, and you ain't even went to school. You don't know how to cut nobody hair, color nobody hair, nothing. You're like, well, how am I gonna make my money? How much I'm gonna set my appointments at? They're like, hold on. First, learn how to do it, and then we'll show you how to get the money. And so that's what they want you to do. They want you to learn how to get the money. I mean, to learn the trade, and then the money will flow in afterwards. Okay. All right. So who's next, Kena? Punch drinker. I love this name.
Oh, Miss Bonnie, these. Oh, I love crystals.
I think the only crystal that I ever talk about is black obsidian. This one guy was on here and he told me point blank period that kept away negative energy, and I've had black obsidian, and that's the only one that I take. Like I have other stuff at fading quartz. That was the first crystal that ever warmed up in my hand that let me know that it was for me. I was in the shop and she was doing a crystal class, and she passed it around and it warmed up in my hand. And I was like, this is warm, and it wasn't warm to anybody else. And she said, that's it letting you know that you should have it. And I bought it. And there's a whole other long story to that I won't tell. But next, obsidian. Yes, Miss Bonnie. Yes, black obsidian. I love it.
Black obsidian grounds Capricorn energy.
Oh, good. Your journey in life. That
He likes a carnelian.
She's grounded. Oh, she's who? What is that? Crystal. That what is that?
This one is carnelian.
Okay. Because Arnold said that that orange crystal got him grounded. So there you go.
This is the carnelian.
It looks like a little cutie. I kind of almost want to buy it.
So this is the orange. So it kind of goes with your that's yours sacral chakra, that kundalini, that creativity, that sexual energy.
That boom, boom, boom.
This is
when you're going to get some, see if it don't get your nature rising. Hello, somebody. And then come back and tell us how it works.
Yes, Friday After Dark.
Listen, y'all, we getting a Friday After Dark together. We need some men who want to be on a panel and want to answer some questions. And when I say we getting down and dirty, we like getting down and dirty. Like we answering all the questions. We getting into OnlyFans. We getting into the dominatrix rooms. We get into the little kink shows. We getting into what men want, what women want, how women think, why, who, what, where, this position, that position. What y'all think about the lingerie? What y'all think about what we think about the little and the big and the super big, all that. So if you want to be part of that Friday After Dark, let us know, because we need a panel of people to answer questions. And we're going to be doing reading, and we're going to be drinking, and we're going to be eating. It'll probably be in about 3 weeks, but we're trying to get our panel together. I know Miss Bonnie is agreed to be on it. Alycia, Captive Capricorn, me. There's a couple other people, so let me know if y'all want to do it so that we can get y'all on the list and y'all can come in and out. You don't have to be on here the whole time. And when I say after dark, it's gonna be a little bit later in the day, so it can't be no kids on here, because we gonna get down and dirty, and we're gonna
be drinking Fireball,
size, girth, wetness. We talking about it all. We about to get in the business, people. Look.
Somebody
to talk about it all, and it's just gonna be a candid conversation where we all just kind of having a good fun. So come on, y'all.
Who needs rubber sheets?
Who need to stretch more? Like it. Listen, and I know the holidays coming, so y'all gonna really be into them love readings. So on that night, you can bring all your hot and steamy love questions that you have, and we're gonna get right into it. Okay. All right, so all right, y'all can go ahead if y'all ready for Punch Drinker. Y'all know I talk too much. Just start reading.
You're good. Okay, I'll go first. Or would you like to go first, Alycia?
It doesn't matter. You can go ahead, because I'm still getting in messages.
So if you're really wanting a breakthrough, a victory, having the ability to see clearly, really go into a successful endeavor, being able to expand, or if you've ever considered of expanding your fortune, your ideas and your vision around fortunate endings, And it's a good time to focus on positive development right now. It's a good time for a new beginning, and something positive and productive will result in you putting effort, your energy towards a new beginning or a project. Really going in your hermit mode and really looking at your self-interest is really important, because either you're on the side of seeing your tiles of life being very positive or very negative. Maybe one of those moments that you really need to get on your knees and cleanse yourself of any energy that's not serving you towards your victory, towards your fortunate ending, because it's not necessary to make yourself have to suffer if you don't need to, especially doing things that you thought you had to do in your past. I think you have to allow yourself that evolving is okay, having different interests is okay. And well, Father of Water. And the Father of Water, I just want to read it from here, represents being sensitive, being perceptive, having psychic receptivity, having patience, being your own inner knowing, intuitive thought.
Did she freeze?
I think so. If
Okay.
you're ready, you can go ahead. She'll be
Yeah.
back, and then we'll continue.
Okay, punch drinker. My question, I got labyrinth with it, which is journey. So my question to you, and I keep getting the signs, the signs, the signs. So my question to you is, have you been seeing a lot of synchronicities? So have you been seeing 111, 222, 333, 1234, or have you been seeing a particular set of numbers that you see all the time? Because I'm getting that your spirit guides have been trying to get in contact with you with synchronicities, different signs, and you think they're coincidences, but they keep popping up, and you're not paying attention to the messages. They were on
Um,
5 hours last night.
she did early in the day with Miss
Julie.
Julie, and then she did last night with Dante. Because I was at work and I didn't get in till late. I thought I would be done by 6:30 and be on my way by 7. Yeah. I'm glad that he that she got out. She said she never got dressed today. I could believe it because that's a lot of energy.
That is.
For napped on and off. That's good. And a lot of water. Like I've been drinking so much Crystal Light. Did the person respond to you? Punch drinker, are you here? Are you responding?
Because I mean, literally, Dexter and they won't let me draw any cards. They are like the signs, they're not paying attention. And I'm not really at this point, I'm tempted just to set those numbers as alarm. 1111 is the next moment. I look forward to the signals. Because I'm getting the guides are sending him signals. I'm getting that the guides are sending him signals he's not listening. And I'm not really getting there's a direction. When I try to tap in, it's foggy. So I think he's asking us because he doesn't know, or he or she doesn't know what direction they're going in. But I'm getting that their guides are like, the punch drinker needs to come to us. Like I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. I'm not. We're not giving it to you because we want them to come to us. You see what I'm saying? what do you get? I'm getting they're not talking to me. They're like they're on a journey. They need, but we've been trying to get in contact and they're not paying attention.
Okay, hold on. Someone was asking why they weren't on the list, and I was just letting them know we're trying to give other people a chance who
Keena
haven't
did put the oh,
you know,
maybe not. Oh, I don't know.
so I was just letting them know we just read him on Sunday, and we were trying to give some new people a chance that had never been on there. So if we have time at the end, then we'll try. But King said she got a hard 2 hours, so y'all got
Gotcha.
till 9 o'clock, 2 hours on the dot.
Okay, let's go.
So punch drinker. What? Wait a minute. So you talk.
Yeah.
Let me get into it. Cause I got an image as soon as I saw that name, and okay, you can finish your reading on punch drinker while I'm trying to
Sure.
get it done.
So it's really important right now that you follow your intuitive insightfulness, heed its subtlest imitations. Even if you can't put them into words, direct insights happen without words. And it is a mistake to believe that only what is expressible can really be true. Be able to grasp. It's really good that you don't put any judgment towards your perception. Yeah, right now it's just a really good time for you to focus your energy on a business, like get creative, focus on uh, uh, um, your artistic talents right now. Because if you're creating all this manifestation, this excess potential, you have to also take an equal amount of action so you don't get knocked in the head. You have to have, be able to have the ability to know what actions or where you can channel your energy to be able to remain in your big picture, and what your fortunate ending is, because you can't, if you're always focusing on being chased or being hurt or that, stuck in those illusions, you're only limiting your perception to that spectrum mentally, when you can put yourself in a space to really focus on things that make you happy, or start to look within yourself and your emotional resources and really start to apply them with taking action, taking more action towards things that you enjoy. Well, that's what I get for him so far. That's what I get for him.
Okay. So the first thing I was told to ask you is, what is it that you want? What is your desire? They show me the star card. They show it to me in reverse, and they show it to me with a line through it. So when there's a circle and a line through it, that means no. So that means you're not putting your desires out there. You're not putting your wishes out there. You're not putting your intentions out there. So the universe doesn't know what you want to do. You're doing whatever comes to you to make money, but you're not being fulfilled by it because you don't enjoy it and you haven't decided what it is you want. It's kind of like you're about to graduate from high school, and they're like, well, what is it that you want to be when you grow up? When they should be asking you, what kind of problem do you want to solve in the world? That's something that Keena has been telling us, that we should be asking the youth now. What problem is it that you want to solve in the world? Not what you want to be when you want to grow up. Because what I wanted to be was Claire Huxtable from from the Cosby Show, because she was a professional lady that I saw in my life. So I wanted to be a lawyer. Then I worked at a law office for 6 years, and I understood that it wasn't as glamorous as it was on TV. And so that's not what I wanted to do. And so I went into many different paths. And so they're saying you're not even trying out things that you're like. You're just taking whatever is given. If they want you to be a sausage maker, you go be a sausage maker. If they want you to be a hot dog vendor, you'll be a hot dog vendor. If they want you to roller skate and deliver pizza, that's what you go do. You're not putting out there what you want. And so what they're saying is your confidence level is low, because I have the Queen of Wands, and I normally don't read reversals, and I was actually told to put this in reverse because your confidence level isn't up there for you to pursue whatever it is that you want to pursue. And what they're saying is you need to decide what you want to do and move forward. Another thing that Keena says all the time is decide what you want and reject everything else that doesn't look like that. So whatever it is that you want to do, was this about tattoos? Are you trying to be a tattoo artist or something? Because they're showing me ink and they're showing me tattoos. So are you trying to be a tattoo artist, or are you thinking about getting a tattoo, or are you thinking about designing art for a tattoo artist? Because I see something to do with tattoos and I see something to do with art. So is that where you want to go, like a little darker side to the art scene? But whatever it is, you're not doing it and you're not putting it out there. But it's not because of you care what other people think. It's because of your fear that it won't happen. Like, why would it happen to me? And I used to be in that mindset where I think, oh, well, the Lord will do it, but will He do it for me? Because I was in such a cycle of lows. Like, it always seemed like all the lows in my life, or everything was falling apart. And so I kept saying, oh, I know the Lord can do it, but will He do it for me? And you seem to be in that thing where, oh, okay, I know this could happen, but I got space for some ink. But are you trying to become a tattoo artist, not just get a tattoo? Are you trying to become an artist because they show me the needle and then they show me art? So are you thinking about designing art? Are you thinking about designing tattoos? Are you thinking about being a tattoo artist? Like right now, if I could wave my little magic wand that I have and say, hey, what is it that you want to be in life? What would it be? Like if I could give you your exact job that you want tomorrow, what would it be? What would that be? If you could wake up and do whatever you wanted every single day over and over and over again, what would it be? Because they're showing me that you have no wishes, you have no intentions, you have no goals, you have nothing that you're setting out there. So how can the universe draw anything into you? So you're just taking whatever's in the atmosphere. I'm a magnet to whatever. I say I'm a money magnet, but I also say that I want it to come from a positive source. I don't want it to come like, oh my, a great aunt got killed in a car accident or got poisoned by some drug, and then I got the money from her will. I always ask that it be in some positive aspect, that it comes to me. So, what is it that you want to do? You don't seem to have a purpose or a goal out there. You're just kind of floating by, and whatever sticks to you, you'll take it. And what they're saying is that you really need to decide what you want and put your best foot forward so that you can have something that they can work on. The universe is co creating with you. It's not a dictatorship. You're not a little Pinocchio and they're Geppetto and they're just moving you around. What would be the purpose of giving you free will if you're not going to try and move forward on what you want to do? So how is it that you want to move forward? What is it that you want to do in your life to make you move forward? And at this point, it's just a big void because you have nothing. If it was a vision board, you have no vision on it. It's just great. It's like kind of before the earth was formed. It's just an abyss of nothingness.
And that's why I keep it's like foggy, it's like gray. Like when I tap in, it's like gray, foggy, cloudy. I mean, nothing is clear at all.
And again, I've asked you 3 or 4 times, what is it that you want to be? And you haven't even put one thing. Tonight, what I want you to do is list the top 5 things that you would enjoy doing for the rest of your life. Like every morning, if you woke up to that on Monday morning, you could do that. What are the top 5 things that you could do? And literally, the things that we learned in high school about making a circle bubble or a little diagram where you put, okay, I want to be a basketball star. Okay, I have to go to practice. I have to be able to shoot basketball. I have to be able to run. I have to have a stamina. I have to have a coach. I have to have a team. I have to know this. I have to know the rules of the game. I have to understand all this stuff. So those are the things that you need to know. So that's what you need to do. Draw a bubble and decide whatever it is that you want to do. So what are the 5 things that you want to do, that you could? I'm an action oriented person. I like to give you action items. So write down the 5 things that you want to do. It's about to be a new moon this weekend. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th. These are all very powerful events, plus the eclipse. What is it that you're trying to draw into you? Set your intentions on accomplishing so that you can have it. Don't get so caught up on the how. Like I told my guys, I want my student loans paid in full by the end of the year. It doesn't mean that I pay them in full. I don't care how they get them done. Equifax, all the people are, all the student loan people can just delete my name and never even know that I existed, as long as there's a zero balance next to where it says how much I owe for student loans. And I said by the end of 2023. So I set a goal. I didn't worry about how impossible it was or how much it was that I had to get done. All I said was, this is the goal. And I wait for the universe to tie the strings to move the people around and to get the things done. So you have to decide what you want. If you can't even articulate to me what it is you want, then how is the universe going to grant you anything? How are you going to get out of this mindset of lack if you don't even know how to wish for something? And they're showing me that you're not even wishing, because they showed me the star card, which is wishing, which is hoping, which is putting your intentions out there. And it was upside down in the reverse, and it had a circle and a line through it, which means that you're not even in the mindset to even be putting your hopes and wishes out there. So you got to even get up to the level where you believe that your higher power can do those things for you. And if you don't believe that your higher power can do it, then maybe you need to resort to finding a different higher power that you can believe in, because my higher power is capable of anything. So is your higher power capable of anything, or is your higher power just a figment of your imagination where you're just deciding to believe in something and you don't even know the power of what you're believing in? All right. So who's next, Keena? Keena said 2 hours and we got to roll, people, roll. We got 11 people on the list. Let's roll. Who's next, Keena? Lacey Anthony, are you still here? After Lacey Anthony, we have Gladys Trotter, Angelique Ortega, and Sherry. So in that order, again, Lacey Anthony is next, Gladys Trotter, Angelique, and Sherry. You're all up next, so get ready. Okay, you're here. You want a general reading would be great. Love, family, money, and if someone screams a message from me. All right, there you go. So this is what she wants to know. It's like I get a female energy, but I kind of get a male energy too.
Me too.
All right, so whenever anybody's ready, you can go ahead and start reading this. Start reading Lacey. Lacey, are you male or female? I want to be correct, or whichever. Where are your pronouns, girl? Okay, because I got female, but I feel like maybe you're operating in your masculine energy then, because I got female, but then I got a male energy too. So maybe you're operating in your masculine right now. Lacey, do you have a goal? Because they show me a target and an arrow going straight through the middle. So is there something that you're really focused on, a goal or something that you're trying to accomplish?
A little target.
Oh, right, exactly like that. You can go ahead.
So yeah, I like also sense that very masculine energy, like for security, having a position of power, influence through money, striving for security and success, a desire for lasting stability, law and order, and also misuse of power. So I want to read from the guide book. I'm really guided to read from there. So it says, be aware of how much material security you really need in life and what this security really means to you. What is it that makes you inwardly feel safe, and what is needed now to stabilize you emotionally? If you let yourself fall into your own depths, you realize that the true security always comes from inside. You can revel in your influence on certain matters and step out from behind the scenes. Don't forget that the outer creations or power demonstrates merely grants an illusionary sense of security. Accepting our absolute insecurity is the only way to remain safe. So learn to rest in apparent insecurity. Begin to recognize the unchanging power in every change, in every new and different situation. When you welcome when you're welcoming and you're accepting of yourself, you find a security that knows no change. So it seems like you feel like you need to really be in charge or have like a stable life to attract love or to bring love into your life. And so all you really need to know is just to have clarity in your love life and slow yourself down mentally. It's all.
And I pulled Page of Cups.
Um,
Yeah.
You pulled Page of Cups?
Yeah.
one of the things I got regarding her love life, and y'all, this train of thought is about to be so weird for y'all. So I always say that the love of my life go find me in my car eating chicken, because every time I go to Fry's, I buy an 8-piece chicken, and before the first thing I do is sit in my car and eat a piece of chicken. And so what that's telling me, Miss Lacey, is that you need to be authentic with you, whoever that is. Listen, if somebody pull up next to me and see me eating a piece of chicken, he gonna look at me with the most starry eyes and be like, "I love her. She is so authentically herself, and she's such a fat ass. She just sitting in the car eating a bucket of chicken."
And I got the judgment card, but I get that for more self-evaluation and awaken. Basically, um, self-evaluation. I think what's gonna happen is, like you said, being herself, she's going to um stop putting on that mask for other people. I think what happens is she kind of bends. Well, I'm gonna act like this at work. Well, I'm gonna act like this with this group of friends. Well, I'm gonna act like this with that group of friends. I think that that's definitely coming to an end because I see that she has a conflict. When I pull Five of Wands, and I was like, I'm not getting that she's fighting somebody else. I'm getting that she has a conflict within herself. Like it seems like she has to, I don't want to say put on airs, but um she has a conflict, like finding the peace within herself to finally just be her and be comfortable in her skin. What? Listen to Cozy by Beyonce. Cause once all that
Just
aligns,
a reminder.
cause once all of that lines, I see the star card. So that's what I'm getting.
I definitely get you need to authentically be you, who you are, and not worry about what you look like to other people. The love of you don't have to cater yourself to what it is. So I feel like you find somebody, if he likes sports, you like sports. If he likes dancing in the rain, you like dancing in the rain.
Yep.
If he likes to eat vegan food, you're gonna eat vegan food. If he wants to eat meat, you'll eat meat. You'll contour your life to meet match with
Yep.
their life. And so what you are is just a copy and paste of them. You're not authentically you. People don't want to copy and paste of them. They want somebody who they match with authentically. And so if you don't like me and they like me, listen, my son's dad, when we were together, he didn't eat pork. That's your problem because I was sprinkling pork everywhere. You think I stopped eating bacon because he didn't eat pork? That is your loss, honey. I love bacon. And so you decide who you're going to be in a relationship because only the authentic you will come through. You'll get tired of being somebody else, or you'll get tired of matching who somebody else is, and that'll wear you down, and that'll wear on the relationship, and you'll start resenting them because you adjusted who you were to match what they wanted. They didn't ask you to, but they gave it but they but they but you decided to be something else, and now you're mad at them because you don't like who you became. And
And
so
that's
what
where
they're
that
telling me,
judgment comes in.
you
That's
need
where
to be
that judgment comes
authentically
in.
you. Exactly, judgment. And I like the way the Light Seers Tarot does it because in the Light Seers Tarot, it's you and it's your authentic you coming out and saying, I just want to be free. And they're trying to be free. Sometimes I'm too real with people and I can pretend and it's okay. Oh, no, honey, whether you're too real with them or not, they just decide whether they like it or not. Like I say, a lot of people think that I'm overly aggressive. Some people think that I'm too masculine. Some people think that I'm too loud. Some people think that I'm mean. Some people think that my readings are too aggressive. I'm not going to change who I am to match who you are because you're not going to change who I am. If you don't like the way that I read, there's a whole bunch of other people on our team who are a little bit more softer. Exactly. That's what I mean. They're asking you to let the authentic you out. They're calling you to your higher purpose and you're trying to mask it for the masses. Either they're going to like you or not. You're going to find a group of people who like you for who you are or what you are or how you are. There's not always everybody in the world isn't going to like me. Everybody in the world isn't going to be attracted to me. And everybody in the world isn't going to want to have sex with me. I have come to understand that throughout these years of my life, and I'm okay with it. But I'm not going to be somebody else to because I did that in my 20s. I tried to be what everybody wanted me to be. Oh, Angie's always happy. Angie's always smiling, even when Angie wasn't happy and smiling. And so, how could my higher power fix it if I always was saying I'm blessed and highly favored? Well, I wasn't. That wasn't how I was feeling. I was feeling broken, lost, and alone. And my higher power couldn't come in and help that because I kept telling people, oh, I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm okay. Everything's fine. If you truly want to be something else, you have to go to your higher power. You can't always go to the people outside of you because they're looking at you through the lens of their life and through the lens of their expectation. A lot of times they'll be like, oh, if my husband cheat on me, I'll leave in a minute. but when their husband cheats on them, they don't leave in a minute. So on the outside looking in, you can always say what you will or won't do. There's a lot of things that I said that I wouldn't put up with, that I wouldn't do, that I would do, or that I would this, or that I would that. And as those times happened to me, I didn't do any of those things, because when you're in it, it's a different situation than when you're outside looking in and telling somebody else what to do. So be exactly who you are. Hey, Miss Pam. And so, what you need to be is authentically you, and ask your higher power to bring you to the people, or to attract the people that you're supposed to be around, authentically you, or whoever you are. You asked about a general reading about money. Um,
Hey,
Let me
Miss
see what
Pam.
they're saying about money. About love, it's just you being authentically you. They'll like you, or they'll not. They'll
Yeah,
like your laugh.
that's
They'll
what I
like
got.
they'll like the way your voice sounds. They'll like that you're real about it, or they'll like that you won't. But what people always know is when you're authentic and when you're not authentic, and that's the problem in your situation, is that you're shutting down who you are to be what they want, and they realize that. And nobody wants to carry the weight of you pretending to be something that you're not, or being something, altering yourself to match what they want, because they feel like now I have to cater to what this person is trying to be. When if they were just authentically them, we could hash it out back and forth. Okay. So then regarding money, I heard scared money don't make money. Are you thinking about taking a class or a seminar or something, some level of higher education? You're wondering if it's worth the money. It's about $1,000 for this class or for this seminar or whatever it is you're going to take. I'm hearing go ahead and invest in it. It is a good investment. It's not more than $1,000. They're showing me that $1,000 is the limit. So whatever class you're thinking about taking is $1,000 or less, and they're saying go ahead and take it. Does it start in about January is what they're showing me, and go ahead and take it. It's maybe a 3 month class, and they're saying go ahead and take it. It is exactly worth it. You will get out of it what you want in it, but go into it with a positive mindset, knowing that you're going to be successful with it. Have your questions prepared. Do a little research on your own outside of it, so when you go in, you know what to be prepared for, and take that opportunity to fine tune your questions and to get all the answers that you need, because you're paying for it. But I get go ahead and take the sound healing class or whatever it is, as long as it's less than $1,000. Okay. So and then that way you'll make money. But you need to understand what it is. Like, you're very interested in this thing. You're just like, should I do it or should I not do it? And they're telling me that you very much should do it. Is that amethyst?
That is amethyst,
Oh, I love me some purple amethyst.
and what it's saying for Lacey is trust your intuition. I mean, she has the gift. She gets the signs. She knows the feelings. She she has a strong intuition, and she
And
knows.
also know how you want to use sound healing. Like, what are you using it for? Are you using it just to cleanse the space, to heal somebody? Are you using it to cleanse your mind, to cleanse your body, to cleanse your vessel, to cleanse your space? Like, how are you trying to use sound healing? And have you practiced it on somebody else while you're trying to get to the level and take this class? Okay. So does anybody else have anything else for Miss Lacey? And
Because
I
them
hope that
both
was helpful for you. But
bows is
the money is tied to you taking this class and getting all the knowledge and information you need to move you to the next level. But also in having a plan as to how you want to use it. Not being so dead set on like it has to be this way, but how do I want to do it? Like, I know I want to do this professionally. I know I want to do this on stage. I know I want to do this in an arena where I have a live audience. So I let my higher power know that I don't know how the dollars and cents are going to attract or come through for that, but I know I want to do it live and in person, and I want to do it with different people. I don't want to keep reading the same people over and over and over again. Because what I say is, if I'm reading you over and over and over and over again, am I elevating you to the next level, or are you just dependent on what I'm saying in order to make your decisions? You need to go to a higher level of thinking. Well, Angie taught me that I need to ask these questions of my higher power. Angie taught me I need to consider these things. Angie taught me I need to do this. And so as I learn those things, I take you to a higher level. Not just every day I need to come in like it's Sunday school and here we regurgitate the words that are in the Bible to me, or regurgitate whatever it is the learning. I should at some point get to the level where I can have a level of discernment where the information that you're giving to me takes me to another level higher. And like I told the last person, as you ascend higher, I have to ascend higher, because I have to be able to give you your next level of information. If I'm keeping you down here, then I'm keeping me down here. we all want to rise up. We all want to raise the vibration of the consciousness. And so as you rise, I have to rise. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're forcing me up because I have to be at the next level in order to give you your higher level of thinking, or we're all going to stay down here. All right? So who's next, Tina? Miss Gladys, are you ready, Miss Gladys? Are you here?
Dexter.
I know Sherry said she was here, but did Gladys say she was here? If Gladys is not here, hey, is it Titi Techie?
Techie.
All right,
Gladys
Techie.
is here.
All right, hey Gladys. I just like that name.
It sounds like one of them aunts that can make a darn upside down pound cake. Pineapple upside down pound cake.
Oh,
You be like, Gladys made this.
Exactly. And I had an aunt who could make me a pineapple upside down cake. She used to make it for my birthday. Aunt Carolyn. Tech, is it Techie?
Techie.
Oh, Techie. Okay, Techie. All right, I like the Techie one. Thank you for correcting me. I like when you tell me how to say it. Techie one. Actually, the list is closed. Tina closed the list a while ago because she gave us a hard 9 o'clock, and we still have 10 people on the list. And when Tina leaves, I'm leaving.
Because Angie can't work the chat.
Exactly. You will get the Kmart of all chats, honey. But we'll be back on Sunday for sure. And in the morning, Julie and Scott will be on. So if you want to come back Sunday with us, it'll probably be us three, maybe another person on Cherry Berry. If you want to come back on Sunday and get a reading at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, then you can come back on Sunday, or you can come back in the morning and let Miss Julie and Scott read you. But I am glad that you came in. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Normally we just go until the chat is done, but Keena said absolutely not. At 9 o'clock I quit. And when Keena quit, I quit. Like, shut them down, roll them up, pick up the red carpet, fold the chairs up, take the Netflix off the table. We're done for the night. All right, so who's ever ready for Gladys can go ahead.
So I pulled one card for her, and I got the Torment card. But in my deck, it represents the devil. So some kind of communication, you're being held back from spirit because you kind of see the birds here. And it's like kind of here in the distance, everybody's having a grand old time, but you're just watching. You're just really held back. And it has to do with an ego bondage, attachment, identification on with matter, greed, possessiveness, envy, fear, and inflexibility on many levels. I did hear mingling with the devil.
Okay, so I must have connected right with that bondage because I was like, where he taking me with it naked and with my hands tied behind my back? I got excited, like, whoa, hello.
It ain't Friday. It ain't Friday night.
I got so excited, like, wait a minute, where we going naked and I immediately went to bondage. Lord help the child. Where the sage? I need to pull myself together.
I mean, you can also be like enjoying that energy when you have this ego bondage and you're kind of like wanting to tap out, but you're staying in there, like getting satisfaction. And it's like, is it really satisfying or is it tormenting? Because if you use your energy mainly to fulfill the endless variety of your ego desires, you tie yourself to an internal post, looking on how you bind yourself into what notions enslave you. What opinions have you taken on as your own without questioning?
Ooh, yeah.
The outer world is just reflecting you back. This chaos comes up for me. Everything you cling to sticks to you. Possessiveness is just another form of being possessed. You have latched onto something, energy stagnates, its flow has been blocked. And this is what binds you, just egotism. Just only wanting the good stuff, never taking responsibility, however you try. It's never enough, nothing's ever enough. So you just jump into conclusions from possessing or trying to make use of something. And then just the material concerns just feel a lot less burdensome. If you And yeah. Sorry, that last sentence was confusing.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because that's where I'm going to, but keep going.
So if you remember that we're all guests on this earth and that too for only a very short time, the absurdity of having to have is recognized. Allow an inner turnaround of 180 degrees to loosen up the ties that bind you to a torture rack. Trust that the power of your inner being will bring you back to what you really need. It's just spending way too much time with the wrong people, so the communication with your higher self is just, it's just not clear. You're not where you want to be. Maybe I feel a lot of Instagram scrolling, or that doom scrolling, and there's a time that that's okay because it can ignite your creativity. It's just more so sometimes it can also ignite the negative creativity, and it's just you're just on that mental carousel. But this one is really also binded with the ego, so it's more than just a mental thing. It's like an addictive thing.
All right, Alicia, are you ready? My reading coincides with what you were saying too.
I got something a little different. Um, I got Ten of Swords, but with the Ten of Swords, it says backstabbing, betrayal. I don't get that. But the man laying down. So my question to you is, Miss Gladys, who is making you their doormat? Because I'm getting that you're walked on, or you're walked over, or you're looked over. Um, and I don't know, maybe, hey angels, maybe you are, how can I say it? You're used to like being treated like that. So you put yourself in a corner, but I'm getting that you are
You're not the victim.
yeah, huh?
She is not the victim.
So do you think she
In some of these situations, she's the antagonist. Because immediately when Michelle was reading, I saw her jumping off of. She was already on the shore. She was on the on the little bridge area. Like if you had boats docked around, she was already on the dock. She jumped into a boat and started rocking the boat. So the card that flipped out was the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is trying to take in it, and I heard Spirit saying, "We're trying to take you from the chaos to the calm, but you keep creating the chaos. You're rocking the boat. You're the person that's creating the calm. You keep jumping in the boat. We keep bringing you to safety, and you keep jumping in the boat and causing the calm. And then you want to be the victim of the situation." Every card I have five cards for her. All five of them are swords. That's mental. That's logical. That Ten of Swords may be her causing that stuff because it could be you putting the chitter chatter out there. It could be you talking all the stuff. It could be you causing all the commotion. This doesn't necessarily have to be happening to you. It could be you putting that energy out there. And I get that you're not the victim. They showed me you literally jumping off of the dock into the boat and then intentionally rocking the boat, but not in a positive way to be like, oh, let me get some change in order to get some fire started. And so then the next thing they're saying is, at first I thought it was rest because I got the Four of Swords. It's not rest. It's your fear and your anxiety that is causing you to be antagonistic to everybody else. You're too afraid to be alone with you and understand who you are and get to know who you are. So you cause little fires out in the world. Get to know you, get to understand what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what your fears, what your goals, what your anxieties are, and then you won't have to cause so many little fires out there in the world. And I don't know you personally, I'm only telling you what is being shown to me. I'm not judging you, I don't know you personally, I'm just giving it to you like it's being presented to me. And so then I get enthusiasm, which is the Page of Wands. So good news is coming in regarding your passions and your faithfulness, but you have to be ready for that mindset change. you feel like you're being restricted. Yeah, you feel like you're being restricted, like you're being tied up, like you're being bound, and like you don't know which way to go. But that's a mental prison that you're putting yourself in. These are your own thoughts that are holding you back. These are your own thoughts that are keeping you this way. Oh, my family think I'm this. Oh, my family think I'm that. Like I told the person earlier, you decide what level of chaos you want in your life. If these people don't believe in what you do, these people don't believe in you, then you find somebody else. You don't have to subject yourself to somebody. My mom doesn't believe in tarot and the things that I do, so we don't discuss those things. We don't talk about those things. She's very religious, she's very church, but I know she has the abilities. I don't force her to use her abilities. I don't ask her about those abilities. We don't discuss those things. We stay on the timeline of what we have in common. And so it's like you would be the person that will go up to somebody and be like, "Oh yeah, I read tarot. You don't like it, then you ain't got to talk to me." "Oh yeah, I love tarot." You would be the person who would come out there right out the gate and antagonize people in order to be like, "Oh, you don't like me because I'm different. You're the person who's bothering me." But when you're the person who's actually creating the chaos, and that's how they're showing it to me again. I'm not saying that this in any way because I know you. I'm giving it to you like it's being given to me. And then I got the Two of Swords, and that's a stalemate. That means that you're it's a difficult decision that you have to make, but you're intentionally not receiving the information that you need that would take the blindfold off so you can make this decision
So
or so you can move forward.
so this is what, and moving on. This is what I pulled for. I got the 7 of Cups. So I don't get it as, no, it's the 8 of Cups. I don't get it as options, but I noticed what's really sticking out to me is the person with their back to the cups. So it's especially when Capricorn was talking about trying to hear the gods, it's like missing the signs, turning the back, but they're supposed to be moving on from that. And I
It's
do
like
get,
you're angry at God, but instead of telling God that you're angry because you've been taught that you can't be angry at God and you can't talk to God like that, you take it out on the people around you.
and I got once moving on happens, I mean some good things come forth, but that's what I'm getting. If it goes from here to here, so it's stages.
Exactly. So if you would just express, listen, my higher power, my guides, my God, my angels, my ancestors know when I'm not happy. I'm not feeling this. This isn't the right move that I want to make. I don't like learning in pain. I don't understand why this is happening to me. I don't understand what move you're trying to make. I don't understand where you're trying to give me a reason to continue on this path. Give me a reason to understand. If you know the Bible, you know that many times when people were told that they were going to be victorious in a battle, they would say, "Hey, give me a sign that this is going to happen." It's okay for you to question God. It's okay. You don't need to shield your higher power or your God from your wrath or from your whatever. This person created the whole earth, all your emotions, your body, everything that you see, feel, touch, taste, and experience. You think that they really need you to shield them from your feelings? No, honey, they've heard worse. They've dealt with worse. They've experienced worse. They dealt with me, honey. So what you telling them ain't even hurting their feelings at all because I let it loose. I am real in every situation, in my journal, in my prayers, in my meditation. I let my higher power know when I'm happy and when I'm unhappy, when I'm grateful and when even when I feel ungrateful. I don't feel grateful for this, so I'm not going to pretend to be grateful because this isn't how I understand it. So help me to understand. Help me to get from this place of ungratefulness to a place where I can understand this, accept it, and be grateful for it. Question the source of where this information is coming to. Question the source of these feelings. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling uneasy? Why am I feeling angry? If I'm at a stoplight and this little old lady is crossing the street and she taking too long and I'm just like, well, hurry the hell on up before I hit this gas, I'm a little bit aggressive in my thinking right there. What is taking me to that level of aggression? What is trying to be pulled out of me? What is trying to be released from me that I won't let go? Sometimes your higher power is trying to pull you up and you're pulling it back down. And so they'll just let go. You're not ready to ascend. You're not ready to stand. You're not ready to get off your knees. You're not ready to stop being broken. You like this state because it gives you what you need in order to be that victim. And so what they're saying is when you're ready to stand, when you're ready to rise, when you're ready to move forward, we're here to give it to you. But until then, you're going to be in this mental prison that you put your own self in, causing chaos and friction in your life when you could just decide to move forward and to listen to your higher power and disconnect from all that other stuff. So I hope that helps you out. Did you have anything else for her, Alycia? Michelle? All right, let's move on to the next person, Cameron. And I hope that helps you out, and I hope that gives you a little bit of understanding. But your better is coming. You just have to be ready for it. You have to be in that mindset where you're ready to get out of this chaos and stop blaming your family and saying that it's them when you're antagonizing and you're contributing. You may not be the sole contributor, but you're equally at fault in it. Or you know how to stir the pot or rock the boat. All right, so Miss Angelique, you're next. I don't have a particular question in mind today, just a general. All right, Miss Angelique, are you here? Are you ready? After Angelique, it is. Oh, and did your brother want to read it? I know he was way, way early on and he made a comment, but I didn't know if he
Oh
wanted to
yeah,
read it. He
yeah.
does?
I think he left. Right. I think he's doing something right now. I don't know.
Okay, so when he comes back, let me know and we'll go ahead and slide him in because Keena said she didn't know that he wanted to read it. And I'm like, he was way early in the list when he made his comment. So whenever he comes back and he's ready for it, we'll go ahead and slide him in.
Sounds good.
All right, so Angelique, anybody who's ready for Angelique, go ahead and move forward.
So for her, I pulled a card. I got the 10 of Earth Wealth. And this is like an overflowing abundance, a rich harvest, best intentions. Your creativity bears fruit. So it's really important right now that you find an opening to your inner treasure chamber. You can radiate this glory and warm the whole world. Let others share in your good fortune. Whatever you share comes back to you manyfold. The most precious thing you have is your inner being, just as it is. To be truly wealthy means giving of your inner self unrestrictedly. All the energy you have invested in your self discovery bears fruit now abundantly. The more faithful you are to your inner values, the more gifts are showered on you. However, the internal and external wealth must not remain static. To use it intelligently, it must be circulated. Perhaps this is a good time to pour some of your overflowing energy into a venture that has less to do with material profit taking than with loving generosity. So, right now it's a really good time to start to plant seeds and really invest in yourself spiritually and start to do things for other people and not expecting anything. Taking this action day to day and knowing and having faith that you can make money just by being yourself, you start to you're still in the process of planting these seeds to get to this 10 of wealth that you just want it to be dropped into your life, like just dropped into your life. And there's a difference between like, affirming you being a jackpot winner and being able to saturate your truth and knowing to how to receive when you receive that money, but if you just want it to drop and you haven't spiritually did the internal steps for you to be able to receive this large amount of wealth, it's going to keep dropping and you're going to maybe it just sends a lot of accident energy, that's what I'm getting so far. What do you guys
look at that card? What do you get for her? Because I looked at that card and I got psychedelic mushrooms. For me, that means you need to trip. You need to go on a journey. You're ready to go on a metaphysical journey. And for me, I felt like that came up because you need to take yourself to a higher level of thinking. You're still down here on your earthly 3D and you need to move up to that 5D. So I got that kind of mushroom trip for her.
Angelique, are you starting a business or thinking about starting a business? I got pentacles out the butt. Or have you started a business or are you thinking about starting a business? Because this is not going to be easy. And it's going to be a lot of balancing and you're going to have to really manage stress. But it'll be worth it in the end. Do we have a lag on YouTube?
A little bit. Miss Angela, okay. I only tripped 3 times, and each time it was very pivotal. Okay.
Mhm.
But are you about to start a new business? That was the question that she had. Are you ready to start a new business, or are you trying to start a new business, or do you have ideas that you're contemplating that you have not? Oh, yes, I want to start a business. I just don't know what to do exactly.
Yeah, because I got Knight of Pentacles, so it's gonna be slow
Mhm.
starting or slow moving. But I've definitely got the King of Pentacles, business, that's that level-headed businessman, that's that security. But then I also got Eight of Pentacles, which is basically making investments, things coming to fruition, hard work. But I also pulled the Four of Swords. Now this is the rest. It didn't come as rest to me. I feel it as balance, because a lot of people think starting a business, well, I'm not going.
You also notice it says fear and anxiety and stress on there. So starting a business is all those things.
Exactly. But also, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to start a business instead of I'm not going to work 9 to 5. Starting a business is actually harder. It's harder. You work longer hours because you're working for yourself. You don't have the security of that punch clock. If I punch a clock, I know how much I'm making that day. If I'm doing floral arrangements, I need somebody to order me $500 worth of roses so I can pay my vendors. So it's harder. And you're right, Angie. It says fear, anxiety, stress, feeling overwhelmed. So I do see a business coming, and I see it being successful, but it's a lot of perseverance, and it's gonna be slow. Like,
Girl, let me tell you, I hate that goddamn night of Pentacles, because it's the slowest moving night in the deck. But it's patience, it's routine, and it's dependability. That means it's money in the bank, it's coming. But do you have the patience? Do you have the
right.
wherewithal? Do you have the intention in it to do it?
And when I'm
I
talking
always want to be dependable. I want to be reckless and rich.
and when I'm talking slow, I'm not talking slow as a year.
Mhm.
I'm talking slow as maybe 3, maybe 5. You may have to, I
Mhm.
mean, you may have to um still be doing your 9 to 5 while working this.
Unless you go on OnlyFans, you might become an overnight success.
But join us for Friday After Dark for that.
Exactly. It just depends on how much you want to drop it, pop it. You want to no face, no case. That's all I'm just saying. Don't show this. Just start from here down.
I'm too
And if
old.
you ain't got no discernible tattoos, listen, I'm thinking about it. Hello, hello, hello.
You know who I am. I can't. I cannot.
Listen, hey, look, you can get some of that Maybelline extended wear and just cover that right on up. Zip, 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 zip. We don't even know who that is.
And
Put on a long leather glove. We don't even know who you are. Do 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 do. I
I,
didn't try these things. I just heard that these are things that you could do to disguise yourself. I'm just saying. I don't know.
I also I just want to add on with her when she talked about the mushroom trip, like it's really important to really pay attention to your doses and really actually maybe consider minimizing, because if you do that with trying to find yourself and having intentions, you're more easily to have the crutch, the help for you to expand your heart. Right now, it's really important that you really shed the layers of the heart. There's some really deep rooted things that you have to transmute. That's why we're saying plant a lot of seeds, but you have to understand you don't only have the seeds that grow fast like grass, or like some flowers that sprout seasonally. Sometimes like a
Look
cacao.
up bamboo. Keena will tell you, listen, Keena told me about bamboo. I fucking hate bamboo because most of its growth is underground for like 5 to 7 years. Ain't that right, Keena, with the bamboo? And then it don't sprout up into the top, and then it just grow like it just go crazy after 7 years. But
And
all that growth, most of it is under the ground.
And I was going to give you a harder plan. I was going to give you the cacao. The cacao
Oh,
takes 17 years for it to produce a fruit, okay, to open up and make that chocolate. The Aztecs, could you imagine you just walking and you finding a field of cacao and that is currency? You're a millionaire right there and then. So you have to really consider.
Look, didn't the Hershey man go bankrupt like 5 or 6 times before he did it? And his wife never left him not one time. Not one time did she leave him. Listen, after 3 bankruptcies, I don't even know if I can stand for 3. After the second bankruptcy, I'm going to question your financial plan, and then we're going to have to go because back then, 10 cents was a lot of money, and you just throwing it away willy nilly. Now, we done been through bankruptcy 5 or 6 times, and now I don't know if I don't know if I would have been Mrs. Hershey.
Don't go for the scary trip. You have to do your research, okay? To properly microdose, you have like a shroom, whatever, a pentacle, cut it in 4s. It has to be tiny. You have to not feel it for you to be able to have the heart to shed. Because if you're always going for ego desire, then you can keep you in a static mindset. So
Listen, and she ain't lying. When they tell you to cut them, listen, I ain't telling y'all I have experience with this, but I know somebody who had a block of chocolate that was about this big. It was about as big as this part of your finger, and it was cut into little teeny tiny. It was you supposed to cut it into little like if you eat the whole thing, it's 100 milligrams. But if you cut it into the teeny tiny little dosages of 10 that they said, you get micro doses of it. So I'm with her when she says you need to microdose it. I'm not saying I know what they're talking about. I'm just saying I've heard somebody talk about it who had that kind of chocolate who had to be cut into 10 pieces. And that tenth of that piece, that one little piece, I heard was a doozy. I'm just telling you what I heard.
yeah. You have to really pay attention to your doses. Don't do high doses just because everybody, it's cool, high doses, whatever, or just take it, you'll feel good. And then you're tripping hard and then whoever had your back, really have your back, and they're just like, just relax, just go with the flow. No, like, especially your shrooms, try I'm just getting strong awareness, like lower the doses, even when it comes to drink or whatever. Don't muck up your clarity.
Listen, I'm not saying that this is the truth or not, but I know somebody who was about to go to the dentist and they took a little dose of a little relaxation edible, and it must have been them Quaaludes that Bill Cosby was giving people because they don't remember none of what happened at the dentist, nor do they remember parts of their family. Okay, them was Quaaludes. I'm telling you, for the real, for the real, for the real. That's what they was giving people. I woke up like, wait, did you touch me inappropriately? Didn't he even texted me now like, are you okay? Because I must have been out for the count.
No.
That's all I'm saying. Affirm Wellness says fix your face now means fix your face, Alycia. Okay, so Miss, who was we reading? Because I got a reading for her a little bit, because they told me to go to some other cards, and then I need to clarify, and it was like I said what I said. Angelique, I love your name. My mama called me Angelique, but that is not what she named me. I question her motives all the time. But now that I know that it was either going to be marijuana or Androwana, I understand totally what she was doing back then when she named me. I'm just saying. I've heard it all before. Okay. So the first thing they told me to go to my Moonology cards, and I love these. Keena gifted me these, and when I first got these cards, they did not work for me. It took me over a year. I wanted these cards so bad. Keena went to Sedona, Arizona, and she got these cards for me as a gift. And for the first year, they was just like, whatever, don't touch me, don't even look at me. So they eventually started calling my name. So today they call my name for you. So the first card I got was meditate and contemplate, and I'm like, well, what does that mean? Because I'm an action-oriented person. So this says new moon in Pisces. And of course, I am a Pisces, but meditate and contemplate, what does that mean? Like I can sit here and just think, well, Lord, what do you want me to do? Are you going to give me the numbers or you're not going to give me the numbers? Do you want me to move forward? So then when I clarified it with a regular card, I got Page of Swords, which is curiosity. And that makes sense. You are meditating and you're contemplating. You're asking questions. You're trying to find information out from your higher power. You're asking a question, but you're receiving an answer. You're asking a question, but you're receiving it in a way. Do I want it to come into me through music, through dreams, through visions, through pictures, through people. How do I want this word to come to me? Listen, I'm a very inquisitive person, which AKA means nosy. So I like to listen to other people's conversation. And I've been in line before and just kind of, listen to what they're saying, and I don't receive the word just like that. You know what I'm saying? Listen to somebody else. And so this is saying that patience is needed. It goes right along with what Alycia was saying with that Knight of Pentacles, and also with what Michelle was saying with that 10 of mushrooms, because those are all cumulative things that have to grow. So patience is needed. So you got three different readers telling you need to have patience in developing this. So this can't be something willy-nilly. This can't be just like the next fad. This can't be the next TikTok thing. You really got to put some thought into it. You really got to have a business plan. And I feel like you think that you're behind the eight ball. They're showing me that you feel like you're behind the curve and that you should have been doing this faster. Divine timing is at play. You don't get to decide when you need to move forward. They decide when you get to move forward. They decide when it's time to move forward. And so what they're saying is, I feel your personality. Okay, our personality, exactly. And so what they're saying is that you need to be able to move forward and but patiently, and know that it's coming. They want you to be grounded. They also want you to be calculating, like determine. Like I'm a person who likes to set goals or like to set it up, and so I had to get out of being so rigid in everything because I have that Pisces, that Aquarius, and that Capricorn. I got all three of them. That Aquarius just want to be so lovely and free and airy and just, oh my gosh, well, I mean, what if we do this? Let's just do this. Let's just fly by night. And then Pisces is just dreaming about it all. Like, oh my God, it would be so beautiful. We have it. And then Capricorn is like, hey, put some plans in action, heifer. Move. Write it down. Say it this way. Set a goal. Do this. And so they're always fighting with each other. And I have to give them a little bit of balance. It's three parts of me. Pisces, Capricorn, and Aquarius. These three screens, that's each one of my personalities. That's each one of my little moons and my rising and my sun fighting with each other. One is saying move, one is saying don't move, one is saying, but what it would look like if we moved? And so I have to work with them in order to move forward. And so you have to know what motivates you. Money motivates me, success motivates me, accomplishments motivate me. Competition doesn't motivate me. When I'm at my second job and they be like, oh, we need to do blah, 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 blah. And they try to put me against, listen, would you want somebody coming in telling you how much how much better their ex-wife was than you? Competition doesn't motivate me. Money motivates me. If you want me to move, then tell me you got a gift card for me. Tell me you got some cash for me. Tell me you got some time off for me. Money motivates. So you have to know what motivates you. What is your thing that keeps you focused and keeps you going? Because this is going to be a patient journey. So then the next thing you got is the energy is gaining momentum. That means that it's moving forward. That it's time for you to start. It's the waxing. That means that it's growing. It's getting bigger, and so it's gaining momentum. And what energy are you feeding? Your fear or your promise? Your purpose or your anxiety? Which energy are you feeding? And so what I got was a Queen of Swords, astute, but you're a little bit too much in your.
Can't hear you. I can't hear you, Alycia.
Hold on. All my stuff cut off. Hold on.
You in a did it black out?
It blacked out, but I don't know why. Like my. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, let me find out what happened to my visual. Okay. My camera cut off. Okay, are we back? Okay, we're back. All of a sudden, I must have pressed the wrong setting. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so what they're saying is, what are you going to feed, your fear or your purpose? If you know you just have to decide what it is that you want to do. I've been through a lot of careers. Like I said, when I was younger, I wanted to be Claire Huxtable. I wanted to be a lawyer. I also thought I wanted to be a teacher. I also thought I wanted to be a counselor. I did one semester listening to people's problems, and I was like, Lord, I can't do this for the rest of my life. And so you have to decide at this stage in your life, where are you? What is your goals? What aligns with your foundation? They're showing me a tower card because your foundation is being all broken up, and they're going to rebuild you and they're going to restart you. But are you willing to go on that journey to where everything that you believed in the past no longer matters anymore? Can you imagine growing up Baptist for your whole life and then in your 20s or late 30s, I mean, in your late 20s or early 30s, your whole foundation is rocked and you realize that there's a whole spirituality out there. There's another way to get to your higher power other than the Bible, other than the pastor, where you can have this one on one relationship. I remember the exact moment in time where I told my higher power, I was sitting in church and my pastor said, the Lord told me to tell you. And I said right then and there in church, I said, Lord, I want to be able to talk to you the way that they talk to you. I don't want it to go through the pastor. I don't want it to go through the Bible. I don't want to go through a movie. I don't want to go through a song. I want to be able to talk to you, ask you a question, and then you answer me directly. And from then on, everything in me has been activated. I can hear clearly. I can see better. I can understand. I can discern. But I had to recognize that I wanted that connection this way and not this way. I didn't want somebody to regurgitate the information to me. And so what they're saying is, yeah, be in your queen of sword and use your head over your heart, but don't let it be to the point where it's paralyzing you. You have analysis paralysis. So set some goals, set some timelines, set some information up, set a plan in motion, but don't let fear be your guiding principle. Let purpose be your guiding principle. Let your higher power pull you along, even in fear. We're not saying that strength is the absence of fear. We're saying that it's moving forward in the face of your fear. Yeah, I'm afraid, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I want to skydive, and it doesn't mean that I'm not afraid of it, that I have no fear. It means that in the face of my fear, I'm still going to jump out this plane with this man strapped on my back and probably pee all over him because I'm scared to death. But I'm going to do it. And so where does your loyalty lie? Are you feeding your fear or are you feeding your higher power? Because my higher power says that I'm capable of doing anything and can move me forward in any way. So if my higher power isn't powerful enough to bring me over my fear, then maybe I need to reevaluate who my higher power is. So then the last card you got was the full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Don't let you thinking that you're going to look foolish or people aren't going to believe in what you're doing get in your way. How are you going to move forward in face of that? People may not think that I'm psychic. Sometimes I don't tell everybody that I do this or that I read tarot cards because they might be on a spot. Well, give me a reading. What do you think? And so then that makes you a little bit nervous and that takes you outside of your powers. If you discover that I'm on psychic, or if you discover that that's what I do, and we ease into it, that's fine. But I don't want you putting me on a spot, being like, just read me, because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get defensive because now I feel like you're trying to try me, and you challenging me, and you challenging my higher power, and you challenging my ability. So now my defensiveness has taken my awareness down, and my discernment, and my ability to receive. So now we put each other in a negative space. When had I just relax and allow my abilities to come through without reading into into what you think of me, I could have gone ahead and give you the reading. But then the clarifying card I got for that is stand your ground. Don't let your pride get in the way. Stand your ground. Whatever you believe in. These two cards make so much sense together. Don't let your pride get in your way to the point where you're fearful of being who you are because of what other people will think, or for asking for help, or for questioning, or for saying, I don't know. I heard my aunt and uncle argue one time, and he told her, hey, it's okay to say you don't know. And from that moment on, listen, I don't know everything. It's okay for me to say I don't know. And so that's what they want you to know. Stand your ground. Stand in who you are. Stand in your purpose. Move forward in who you want to be. But come up with an action plan, or at least tell your higher power what you want so that they can give you something, so that they can work on something. I don't even know what to work toward. You said I want to start a business, but I don't know what that be. Okay, well, do you know what you don't want to do? Because I know I don't want to be a person that cleans bathrooms. I know I don't want to be a janitor, and not to say that those are bad things, but I know that that's not my wheelhouse. I also don't want to be a baker or a cook. I know the things that I don't want to do. So out of the things that I don't want to do, I can narrow it down. I don't want to be a cook. I don't want to be a baker. I don't want to be a janitor. I don't want to be a bus driver because I don't like driving. I don't want to be a teacher because I can't deal with all these littles and their parents and their emotions and all that stuff. I know all the things that I don't like to do, so I can mark all of those off the list. What do I like to do? How can I move forward in what I want to do? How do I get to that place? So what is it like? I like to talk. I like to tell people what to do. I like to get all up in people's business. I like to discover things. So this gives me an opportunity to do all those things. Just find out what you like and then find out what jobs that you can do in order to feel those things that you like. If I could wake up every single morning and do this, I would do this. If you could wake up every single morning and do something, what would it be? It could be a sex therapist. It could be a It could be a person who does forensic files. It could be a person who likes to do paperwork behind the scenes. You have to decide what makes you happy, what gives you joy, what is that Monday morning thing that you wouldn't have anxiety about doing. So that's what you need to find out, and that's how you need to move forward, and that's how your higher power will help you to move along. But you have to decide what it is that you want. What if a lot of times we're waiting on our higher power to tell us what we want to do? What if they tell you want to be a nun? You don't want to have sex no more? Is that where you want to go? Because I'm telling you right now, if my higher power be like, Andrew, we want you to go into a convent and be a nun, I put it right now. I'm just going to get this right on up. I'm just going to be a heathen because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But my higher power, no, Angie is not listening. I dated a pastor. My dresses was way too short. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. First lady Angie, could you see me being first lady? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
My higher power, like, don't even play no games with her. The whole church will go down and brimstone of fire. Listen, I was the director of the youth group at our church. The whole youth department got pregnant. I ain't even lying. The whole youth department, including me.
Was you directed?
There's about 8 of us who all had babies a year, and I ain't even lying. Me, Keena, my cousin, a couple other people, we all went to the same church, and I was the youth director. So let me tell you about fire and brimstone and not being appropriate for the church. I'm just not the one. The whole youth department got pregnant. I'm not even playing. We all have kids that are 16 and 17 years old. Do not put me in the church. That is not the place for me, children. I'm just saying. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying. Keena talking about we talking about you. I'm not even lying. Literally, the whole youth department got pregnant.
No.
Your pregnancy, I'm just saying. I'm not the one to put over your youth department, obviously, because the whole youth department. Don't blame me. I didn't insert or leave my seed where it did create. Listen, literally 6 of us all got pregnant.
Exactly, Angels. Tarot after dark.
I'm just saying, I am not the one to put in the church. Listen, I know my limitations. I'm just saying, you need to know where you stand with religion, and that church is not where I'm going. If I walk up in there, that whole bad boy might just fall to the ground. Mary might come and be like, Lord Jesus, get her out of here. I'm just saying, those limitations. And that was the Lord saying, move on. All them children were a blessing. Don't act like that, y'all. Those were blessings. 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 You're welcome.
Oh, we gotta go.
You got 55 minutes to go. Listen, Keena be cracking the whip. Who's next, Angelique? I hope that helped you out. But I'm just saying, the whole youth department got pregnant. Just praise the Lord, people. I'm not even ashamed. It is what it is. Miss Sherry, are you ready? What can you look for the rest of October? Okay. You don't want a lot. Mr. Bang, click. Don't be looking at me like that. Don't even be putting that face up there like, oh my gosh, she's just outlandish.
It
Don't
was
act like that. I'm just saying, these are my truths, people.
I'll go ahead and begin with Sherry. So I got the 2 of air, inner peace, the 2 of swords. This signifying union, beauty, friendship, harmony, good fortune, and contentment. You're ready to find peace by diving into the silence inside of you. This very moment reveals that the inner silence never leaves you, even through your external being. Even when your external being changes and renews itself constantly, the silent space of inner peace remains unaffected. You just have to remember this space, and it opens up for you. So right now it's possibly finally. It's a good time right now to put a difficult situation at rest and seize this opportunity. Prolonging the conflict won't solve it. Go for a loving settlement inside. Your newfound inner harmony causes outer circumstances to find their own way of settling and much more peacefully and beautifully than you could have contrived. I sense like some kind of love competition, but mostly it being as an internal mental struggle. It's like you're in the way of your own path. Just mentally.
That makes sense because I saw doors closing. They were open, waiting on her to come in, and it took so long that the lights are out and it's dark on every door. Like I see at least 1 or two doors that were open and both doors just slammed shut because you never walked through them. And they were like, it's just a waste of time to hold the door open because you're not ready to move forward.
Yeah, very blocked energetically. Like also with, I guess, communication. Yeah.
6 of Cups. She's reminiscing about something from her past, or she's thinking about something.
Did you have anything else, Michelle?
Just a lot of mental contemplation and integrating. Just a lot of seeds need to be planted. There's just the spirituality. New seeds need to be planted. And
yeah, I got swords too. She in her head.
Yeah, it's really like having to spiritually plant new seeds, allowing them to grow, and just a very long process. That's what
Oh
I'm
my
getting.
gosh, I just got a weird vision of her. Like I got like a iron headrest being put on her, like you know how you would put on a knight before they went out to battle. But I feel like you're wearing it all the time, and it's blocking all the messages that are trying to come in from your higher power. Like you're trying to receive, but you put this headrest on, and it's blocking out everything that you need to receive. Yep, like that. It looks like that, and you're blocking all the messages that you should be getting in from your higher power because you have this protective mask on, but you put it on and we don't understand why you're blocking it out, why you don't want to hear what it is. Are you afraid of the voices that you're hearing? Are you afraid that, like I get like, are you afraid that they're demonic or that they're giving you the wrong information or that you don't understand? This is why we always encourage you to find a tribe or a group of people who are on the same wavelength as you, or on the same mind set as you in thinking, so that they can support your way of thinking. Because if I go to a regular person and tell them something and they don't understand tarot or they don't understand the afterlife, they may not believe that I'm actually talking to your little old grandmama or your deceased relatives because they don't understand it. And so you need to get with a tribe of people who understand, because they know that I am actually talking to a deceased relative, or they know that I'm actually receiving something, or when I hear a bird chirp, that's a confirmation. If you don't understand those things because you're not on my same thought pattern, you may think I'm strange, and then that pulls me back into a shell. Go ahead, Alycia.
And what you were talking about, because I have what you were talking about, like putting the thing over her head and blocking it out. Remember when we were talking about that 7 of Swords, not necessarily line of deceit, but like making a break for it? It's like she's making a break for it. Like, I need a break. I'm tired of this. So it's, to me, it's like she picking up her signs. It's like I'm just slow down for a little while and leave me out of it. You know, with her guides. I definitely got,
I also feel like she's getting a lot of information and she doesn't know how to process it. She just doesn't know what to do with it. Like sometimes I get so much information. What do you want me to do with it? How you want me to move forward? Why do I need to know all this information? And they'll tell me we're implanting it for a time to come. Like I used to have episodes where I would just be sitting in the parking lot and I couldn't move because I was getting a download, and I'm like, well, what you want me to do with it? It's for a later time. When you get ready, when you need this information, you'll be able to pull it up.
and I got temper. She's trying to um she's trying to find peace with it. It's like she knows her gifts, she knows how to work them, but like you said, she's trying to make a small break or trying to disconnect for a little while, and she's just trying to find peace with it.
Read the stuff that's on the temperance card, because one time I read it and there was a word in there that was really key near like the last two lines.
Okay, the ones on the bottom is balance, peace, patience, moderation, inner calm, perspective, tranquility, harmonious relationships, soulmate, serenity.
Tranquility.
But I like the one on the side that's really, what's really sticking out to me. It says, I know my extremes, now I seek peace. That's what I get for her.
But what did I say? I always have to know where my highs and lows is. I have to know where my middle ground is, so I know when I'm off. When I know when I'm too low. When I know when I'm too aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if I just want to hit the gas and rush through traffic because it's taking too long, that's a little bit aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I know put on some music, wait for act, wait for traffic to clear up, ask the Lord to part the traffic like the Red Sea, enjoy my quiet time in my space. If I'm to the point where I'm like, oh, I just want to hit the gas and run all these people over, Angie, you're a little bit aggressive right now. Where's your balance? Bring yourself down. But if I'm also at, oh my God, I always get stuff in traffic. The Lord don't love me. Why do I always get stuff in traffic? Why can't I'm too low? I have to know my midpoint. I have to know my stable ground in order to know when I'm too high or I'm too low. And that's what the problem is. A lot of times we don't want to get to know us. We don't want to know who we are so we can decide or we can understand when we're a little off center. I need to know who I am intimately in all aspects of it, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Every single way, I need to know who I am so that I know when I'm off center. Why are you crying when you? I watched this lady today in a classroom as a teacher. She had a little class of like kindergartens or first graders. They were little, under 2 years old. I mean, under second grade, and she decided she was going to take them on a trip to Mexico, but in the classroom. So she took pictures of each one of them. She made them a fake passport. She made them come to her in order to take their passport picture, in order to get their passports so that they could board the plane. She turned her classroom into a airplane. She did a video so to simulate that they were on there. She was a flight attendant and she served them snacks. When they got there, she took them to Mexico and they had different foods. She gave them the whole experience of traveling to a foreign country. They had
She
to
was
go to school.
customs. That was so cute. She was customs.
She had to do all of it. I'm reading it and just crying like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. And I said, Angie, what is wrong with you? Pull yourself together. You was crying over this. But that's how I know when my emotions are a little too high or a little too low or I'm a little bit too emotional. I have to know where my stable ground is. Why is this video making me feel so emotional? What is wrong? What is it in me? And so sometimes our higher power is pulling something out of us and we don't want to let it go, or we don't know ourselves intimately enough to know that this aggression and this anger that I'm experiencing is not because of this outside person. It's because of this inside person. I've been frustrated and dealing with this so long that when Miss Betty came over with a chocolate cake, she didn't know that I can't have sugar. So now I want to cuss her out because Miss Betty, why the hell you bring this chocolate cake to my desk and you know I got high blood sugar and I can't have no chocolate cake. And so now I'm taking my frustrations out on Miss Betty, who's just being nice and brought us some chocolate cake. Well, had I dealt with my own frustrations, I could have actively told her, no, thank you, Miss Betty. I can't have no sugar this week. I'm dealing with my blood sugar, but thank you, and moved on. And so you have to know where your stable ground is so you know when your emotions are a little bit too high, when you're a little too aggressive, or when you're in that depression state. You have to understand what to do. Okay. And so that's where I'm getting for you is that um, you are really hiding from your higher power because you don't understand the information that you're getting. And you can tell them, slow it down. I used to hear information really, really fast. And one of the people in my class was like, just tell them to slow down. You don't understand what they're saying, slow down. Or
Mm-hmm.
tell it to me in a language that I can understand. I receive sometime in a language that is not English, and so I have to say, tell it to me in English. Or sometimes they'll send me a symbol and I don't understand what that is. Tell it to me in a different way. Explain it to me in a different way. This person isn't understanding what I'm saying. How do I reach them in a different way? Sometimes I have to call it in early to know, all right, we're going live tonight. Can I call in my mediumship guys? Can I call in my psychic guys? Can I call in my tarot team? Can I call in my ancestors? Can I call in my higher power? Can I call in my higher self so that they all are on the standby and they know that I need your help tonight? You could call in the help that you want. You're not alone. If you're alone, it's because you're isolating yourself and making yourself feel alone. If you have a higher power that you can't go to, that's like having a mom that you can't go and talk to. I was listen, my daughter sometimes come to me and talk to me, and I'd be like, "What?" I'm glad that she's open enough to talk to me, but sometimes I'll be like, oh, okay, I didn't really want to know you like that. But you should have that open door policy with your higher power where you can say anything to them. Like I said, my higher power knows when I'm upset, when I'm angry, when I'm frustrated, when I'm happy, when I'm grateful, when I'm sad. You have to have that understanding with your higher power that you can go to them and be like, look, what in the entire hell is going on? Why is my head hurting for 3 days straight? Why is you waking me up every night? What is it that you want? Like, what is it that you're trying to say? How are you trying to move me forward? You're giving me too much information. Can you slow it down? Can you give it to me like this? It's a co-creation. It's a relationship. It's not a dictatorship. You decide how you want to move forward with your higher power. And if there's a limitation, it's on your side, not on your higher power side. They're always trying to reach you. So take that headdress off. Ask them how you can open up some space and receive in a way that is to a speed that you can receive. You didn't tell them that you were overwhelmed by their information, so they just kept giving it to you. You didn't tell them that you needed them to slow it down or to give it to you another way, so they just kept pouring it into you. They didn't know if your frustration was with them or with you not under or with just life in general. So you have to communicate to people. How else is somebody gonna know if your husband is doing something that you long? You sitting there watching TV and he doing this over and over and over again with his cup of spoon. I'm watching TV. Can you stop doing that? Keena's a person who comes into the room. We're all watching TV, and she likes to play videos on her phone, on the speakerphone without the thing on. And we all have to look at Keena and be like, Keena, you don't see us watching TV right here? You just go play your phone on speakerphone like that. So you have to communicate to people that what they're doing or the actions that they're having are not okay with you. And so if you don't, you can even do that with your higher power. Why are you afraid of your higher power? You can tell your higher power, I'm overwhelmed, it's too much. I need you to give me something else. I need you to help me to understand how to move forward or how to receive this information at a pace that is okay for me to understand. And so for the rest of October, what you need to do is connect with your higher power, but ask them to slow it down. Oh yeah, Keena, my mama like that too. My mama come in and just we watch the TV and she'll just be on Facebook and she'll just click on the video. Mom, you don't see us like right here watching this? Can't listen. Keena will do it. I'm telling you. And you have to be like, hey, you ain't got no headphones, you ain't got no blah blah blah. Like, come on now. And so you have to decide how you want to move forward. Okay. Miss Sherry, I hope that helps you out and I hope that gave you some kind of understanding. So for October, action items, what are you going to do? I love to give people action items. For one, you're going to have a conversation with your higher power. Please slow down the amount of information that you're giving to me. Please give it to me in a way that I can understand. Please give it to me in dreams. Please give it to me in songs. Please give it to me in my meditative time. Help me to do automatic writing. You decide, but give your higher power three different things that'll help you to move forward in your life. Okay. So I hope that helps you out, Miss Sherry. Who's next, Tina?
Ooh, shoot. Y'all know I'm on the East Coast.
Sorry. Look, Keena said we got was it 39 minutes and then we done. Keena is not playing. Is it 39 minutes, y'all? We're not playing. All right, general love reading. So we got six more people and we got 30 minutes to do it. That sound like it's not a lot of time. I mean, that sound like a lot of time, but as long as winded as we are, Lord help the child. But who was that person that was still in here? Stacy.
Pretty G.
What's her name?
Stacey
Stacy
Lynn.
Lynn Northern. Stay on here. If we have time at the end, we'll read you. Don't go away because I know you really, really, really were asking. So just stay there. Anyway, it does help. Thank you so much. Take care always. I hope it really does help. Like I don't need if it's not helping you, let me know. If you don't understand what I'm saying, let me know. I don't have a problem with you questioning what I'm saying. I want to make sure that you're understanding that I'm saying you have control of the flow of information and how to move forward with it. So if there's any part of what we said that you don't understand, feel free to question it. We're not here as just the authority on anything. You can question whatever we're saying, and that's okay. I want to make sure that you're understanding what we're saying and how we're telling you to move forward on your journey. Okay? All right. So, pretty girl, you're next. Are you still here, pretty girl? Are you ready? And she wants a general love read.
Mm-hmm.
Well, praise the Lord, people. And we ain't been inundated with love reads all night, so I'm going to go ahead and give my love cards out.
The card for them, I got the 7 of water, which is excess. This card represents excess, wastefulness, emotional depletion, loss of strength through denial, illusionary success, possible self-deception, and indulgence. This card signifies neglect of oneself and one's vital resources. Something is zapping your vital energy. To let yourself go down the drain is not the answer here. Further neglect won't accomplish anything. Beating up on yourself emotionally won't either. Carefully observe how you treat yourself. Then your course will become abundantly clear. To find your own truth and get back on the right track, you have to stop playing games of self-deception. Whatever you refuse to see or acknowledge inside you, manifest in your environment with undeniable force. Take responsibility for the situation you created for yourself. When you are willing to do that, a solution will emerge a lot sooner. So it's just like really being high off your emotions.
What is that? What card is that?
The 7 of water, like the 7 of cups.
Okay.
And I really got a really inauthentic behaviors, kind of telling yourself you're going to be this certain type of way, but you're not questioning, am I really fulfilling my behaviors with my integrity or my intentions? Like there's just, what is it called? Is it cognitive dissonance? When you say you're going to be this way, but you do the opposite.
She says she's just now coming in, and so she didn't hear most of your reading.
Okay.
You just want to give her a little synopsis of what you were saying?
Right.
She's going to go back and read it if you just want to give her a little synopsis.
For sure. So this card represents loss of strength through denial, illusionary success, possible self-deception, and indulgence. This card signifies oneself and one's vital resources are being neglected. So you're emotionally neglecting yourself, and you're the source of this. Nobody else. Other people are probably reflecting to you that you might think that they're draining your resources, but you're already kind of premeditative in your own self that people are going to zap you. So people do zap your energy. So you're just constantly letting yourself go down the drain in love. And further neglect from your emotions won't accomplish anything, and beating up on yourself emotionally won't help either. So carefully observe how you treat yourself. Then your course will become abundantly clear. So it's kind of like a strong water sign where it's like they're so emotional about something, but they're creating their own meltdowns, their own blowups. And just like if you can't learn to take responsibility or have a little bit of maturity in a certain relationship, you're not going to have the ability to see how you're co-creating your reality with other people. Oh, a water sign. I'm a fire sign. No, I was just talking like metaphorically about water energy. Well, that's what I got for her. Just to allow. I
was reading another question. I told Stacey that I would read her. I said, "Well, Lord, let me make sure it wasn't a love reading." I could have just.
I just got strong narcissism, like kind of energy, or that kind of like dynamic. Maybe not to as intense magnitude, but maybe like I don't know. I have fire right under here. Just really immature ambitions.
Go ahead, Alycia, because I got something right along. I got that 2 of Swords when you were reading that card, and it was with like not really seeing or blinding herself to the correct information. So I'm right along that line. But go ahead, Alycia.
I'm getting that being in love or being in a relationship is actually, I'm not going to say a burden, but the thought, like her being let me say, her not being in a relationship is like.
1 second. Tina is calling these people and they're not answering. Scenaria, Tiffany, you're up next. If you want your reading, you're up next. Scenaria and Tiffany. It is 8:27 p.m. Pacific Standard Time when we're asking you this. Scenaria and Tiffany, are you still here? If you're not here by the time we finish this reading, or you haven't responded, we're going to take you off the list and go to the next couple people. All right? Who's next? All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I got the 10 of Wands. So I got the Ten of Wands. So I'm getting that her being in a relationship or thinking about a relationship, she does, I mean, it's on her mind. Um, I did get the Eight of Cups. So I'm wondering, did you move on from a a past relationship that was, I don't want to say abusive, but the interest didn't serve you. Now, I did pull King of Cups and King of Swords, but what I'm getting is I'm getting that's the energy that she really wants her man to have. Um like that emotional, she wants that emotional intelligence, that caring, but she also wants uh that logical, that authority, that strength. It's like a battle between the two. So um
You want a good guy and a bad boy personality.
yeah,
Fire and ice.
that's what she want, that thug in the suit. You remember how the thugs used
Exactly.
to come into
You
church?
want method man? You think you want method man? Like I told this one person, she wanted Dr. Huxtable to be her daddy, but what she got was iced tea.
Okay,
Two different people. You know what I'm saying? Two different people.
exactly.
Mm, mhm,
Um, were you done with her?
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay. So I did a past, present, future on you regarding your love life. But one of the things I did was I did a pendulum read for you, and I asked them, "Would you find new love in the next 60 days?" And I got a no. Will pretty girl find new love in the next 60 days? And this is my no. Back and forth like a click clock, like a clock, like that. That is a no for me. So you will not find love in the next 60 days. But they told me, they showed me that's because you get pre-venge. I don't know if you've ever looked at Living Single, and Max is always talking about prevenge. Get them before they get you. And so in this situation, they showed me you coming out with daggers drawn, your sharp tongue, because you got all your cards are swords mostly. You got the two of swords, you got the nine of swords, you got the king of swords. You're very sharp tongue, you're very sharp witted. You know how to say things. No, this isn't Stacy's reading. Stacy, this isn't you yet. We're reading Pretty Girl right now. Stacy, you're coming. We haven't gotten to you yet. Um, but you come out with your knives drawn. You let them know that you're not gonna take their BS. You come out like, listen, if you go come with me, I want you to know that I'll whoop your ass. I want you to know that I've been through a struggle. I want you to see my battle wounds. I want you to know that I'm tough. I want you to know. You know how I know that? Because I was her. My mom had three girls before she had a boy. We had to be very masculine in our childhood. We had to be very masculine in our 20s. We had to be the man that we didn't have in our life or the father that we didn't have in our life. And so we had to be very masculine. I can do it on my own. I always tell the story about the first word that I ever learned how to spell was job, Job, because I remember sitting on my mom's lap before I even went to start going to school, and remember her arguing with my dad saying, as long as I have a job, I don't need you, or whatever she said to that effect. But what I wanted to know was what a job was. And so when I found out that what that was, all the women in my family stood very strong. They stood in their masculine energy. They provided. They did everything that was necessary without the presence of a man. And so that's how I lived my life, strong and independent, doing it on my own. At this age, I'm ready to be a trophy wife. I could just go ahead and let you make all the decisions. I ain't gotta be like, oh, well, we about to argue about it. You want to go to Jamaica? We going to Jamaica. You want to go to Alaska? Let me get some boots. You want to go to the tundra? We gonna go and get some bikini. Whatever we gotta do. I'm gonna let you make some decisions within reason. I'm not gonna argue so much. I'm not gonna be so combative. And what you are is you felt like you've been the victim for so long that you come out with your knives blazing, that you're ready to let people know you ain't gonna run over me, you ain't gonna take advantage of me. And which is good that you're not laying down like a mat and letting people run over you, but it's also a little bit too aggressive right out the gate. You can stand your ground and your strength, but also let people know. I always tell people you teach people how to treat you. So one of the ways that I stand my ground where I'm not overly aggressive, I'm not gonna argue with you about decisions that we're gonna make, where you want to go to eat, what you want to do, you want to watch sports, you want to do this. I'll let you make all the decisions, and even to some effect, some of the money decisions. But I also am going to stand my ground. If I have a hard 10 o'clock bedtime, you're not going to call me at 11:30 every night and wake me up because you're disrespecting my time that I have to get up in the morning. So there's a way to stand your ground without being so aggressive. You got to find that middle person. Like I said, 20 years ago, Angie wasn't ready for a husband. She wanted a wedding, but she would have been fighting. We would have been in the back of the cop car with our hands behind our back, spitting and yelling at each other from two cop cars, and it would have been a woolly lump all over our forehead because we would have been fighting because she was aggressive. She had to stand her ground. She had this. She had to be the authority. And what they're saying is, this was never really nice. Fairness, I'll take it. Resonates. I mean, what does it? Are you saying that none of this is? I use my intuition, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you don't read people, but what I'm saying is you're a little bit aggressive coming out of the gate, and that's okay. What I'm saying is you just need to be a little bit softer in your situation. I'm not saying that you're that what you're saying is wrong. What I'm saying is that you're a little bit aggressive. I don't know you personally, so everything I'm receiving from the higher power, and this is how they're showing it to me. And if you're saying that what I'm saying is not true or that you don't agree with, that's fine. We can end it. I'm just telling you, even the way that you're coming at us is a little bit aggressive. I'm just saying that I didn't say that what you were doing was wrong. What I said was that it was a little aggressive. You come right out the gate letting people know you're not going to walk all over me. You're not going to be this. You're not going to be that. In your dating relationship, you asked for a love reading. So I did a past, present, future on you for your love reading. And this is what information I got. And what I got was the Two of Swords. All your stuff was swords. You were all in your head. It's all with your thinking and your aggressiveness. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm even giving examples of how I was aggressive in my past and how I had to learn to be a little bit softer. So I'm not saying that none of it is bad. I'm just saying this is how they're presenting it to me. Is that you're a little bit aggressive and you come out the gate like, look, you're not gonna put me down. You're not gonna this. You're not gonna that. And I'm just saying be a little bit of softer if you want to find somebody in love. That was your past energy, was this, you not wanting to see. You know what I'm saying? This is you with the blindfolds on. You can question me, but the cards are the cards.
Right.
This is your past energy. Your present energy is that Nine of Swords. That's that restlessness. That's that you being all up in your head and wondering why you haven't found love, wondering why you haven't moved forward. But you're also in that aggressive King of Swords energy, that head over heart, which is okay, but you need to let a little bit more heart in. Some people are too much heart over their head, and what they're saying is you're a little bit too much heart, you're a little bit too much head over heart, you're a little too much thought. You said you use your intuition, which is fine, but you're a little bit too much overly thinking about the situation and not giving people a chance. Males or relationship wise, you're not giving them a chance. And then your future energy was that you was the magician. So you have the power to dictate what is going to come into your life, but it's just being a little bit more open to love. That's all I
see this person, I see a bat and they're just shattering bases, like shattering emotions. I see this person kind of communicating as in they're really emotionally upset, but they'll create a meat body, an extension of somebody's positive energy, and just wear that, make that person fall in love with them, and bam, shatter emotions. I just get that strong narcissist, shallow kind of energy, you know? And if they have the ability to be not so thick and really hear what's going on, and, you know, then I don't know, you know, all I hear is
I wish you the best, pretty girl. I hope you have a good night. Like she said, this was entertainment. It doesn't resonate with her. She's gonna move on. She knows her intuition, and have a good night. I hope that you have a great night. Who's next, Tina? And this is why I don't like to do love readings, because people get very defensive. I don't know you from a grain of salt. I'm telling you exactly what spirit is showing me, and you're upset with me because you're mad. What you're mad about is the truth, but that's okay.
yeah, that's
Have a great night.
Let's go back to you. Love and light.
Exactly. And not even love and light. The same energy that you're pushing to me, I'm pushing back. Because I know when somebody's trying to be condescending, and I know when somebody's trying to be petty, and I know when somebody's trying to be an asshole. So the same energy that you're sending to me, I'm sending right back, and wrap yourself in it tonight. Have a good night.
Where's the catch me outside girl?
Exactly. Have a good night. You're mad because the spirits talked and you didn't like what they were saying about you. It's all true. And I understand that when somebody get that mad, that it's all true.
Yes, go
But
like
that's
my
all right.
mom.
It's all right. It's totally all right. Peace out. Have a good night. But the next person you're going to go to, they're going to tell you the same thing because you're the problem. Not us. You're the problem, honey. It's you. So what you're mad about, there's nothing I can do about it.
The drama? Could it be me?
Who's next, Tina?
Yeah, I think just a lot of mother issues are just coming out today.
Tiffany.
Exactly. You would have left a long time ago because what I don't do is argue with people and I don't argue with spirit. We never said your mom wasn't great. You're the problem.
That's one of those things.
All right, Miss Tiffany, you're the next person up. You want a general? Another love. Oh, she would love a general. Okay. All right, Miss Tiffany, let's go. All right. Well, who's next? Y'all can go ahead and start on her.
You can either open it or yeah.
You know, the last person who got mad at me about their reading, their love reading, it was because it was the same thing. They were the drama in the situation, and they got mad at me and called me a bitch, and then
I
we ended up
remember
having
that.
that's how we ended up getting Crystal in our lives is because she was like, oh my God, what's going on? And she blocked Crystal too because she was mad at Crystal. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know you from a can of paint and you done got mad at me and you going off on me talking about, oh, this entertainment. I can understand that your feathers are ruffled because because you know this is bad. So when you come back in about 4 months and you see that you were the problem and that everybody else tells you the same thing, we'll be here. But until then, have a good night.
And your intuition's not better than anybody's. Everybody has access to this power. You're not greater. Okay, go source your evil magic. Okay.
And we weren't even telling her a bad thing. I just said you're a little bit aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't saying it in a bad way. I gave her examples of how I have been that in that way in the past. And so all I wanted her to show was you need to soften it up just a little bit. But you know what? At that age in my 20s, that would have been me. You can't tell me what to do. I don't need no man. I can't this. I could that. That would have been me in my 20s. So she's exactly where I was in my 20s. That aggressiveness, that attitude, that anger, that I know more than everybody else. It's my way or the highway. I'm ready to fight always ready to fight. Spirit, the cops, the love, the next person, always ready to have a battle with somebody over everything. I always have to have the last word. I always had to say whatever. I would have battled you for 2 hours over the kind of chips that was in that bag because that's where I was in my life. All right, so who's ready for Miss Tiffany? Who's got a reading?
I pulled a card for her. I pulled the transformation. It relates to death. Just something. I get a strong feeling. Get ready. Just start preparing yourself for an upgrade. This means dying to be reborn, a dead process, shedding the past, letting go of old patterns, dogmas, values, letting it be on the deepest level inwardly and resuming to the source. This reminds me of Neville Goddard's teaching where he says like, get into the state, saturate yourself, and then let it go, but maintain your state. This card does not represent physical death. Every transformation is a new beginning. So don't waste energy on trying to stop the inevitable. You are simply ready to let go of more unnecessary baggage. This card hints at a long overdue disengagement from certain situations. Sometimes the departure of people. However, in its highest aspects, the image represents the soul longing to be born anew. This can only happen when needless structures and mental veils crumble or fail. Don't cling to anything and allow everything to disperse itself, even when it seems unbearable at first. I guess strongly one of those situations where you just have to expel all the negative energy and you put in the effort and the work to allow preparing that space to allow positivity to come into your life. Just a really strong transformation is definitely coming to you. And sometimes when it's very intense, it's just meant for that's just how much it's going to transform into joy for you. But sometimes there can be a strong fear to new and not really taking opportunities because you're also really clinging onto the fear. This also exists in the prolong exists. Sorry. Oh yeah. It's tenaciously clings to the familiar. When you're in fear, you're always clinging to what's familiar for you. Kind of, I get like the. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing at Alycia.
Why?
Because if you look in our private chat, she's texting me about the don't mention it, but she's texting me about the private chat. That's what I'm saying. People used to want to know what was going on in the private chat. They used to be like, "I cash up Kenny $5 for the private chat." So I was telling her what was being said in the private chat, and so she's like, "Oh, okay, what's going on there?" But yeah, no, it's nothing to do with you. Keep going. You're right on top. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You are right on it.
So rather it exists. So when you're in fear, this can also exist in prolonging your own stagnation and death-like boredom, then surrendering to what it can, then what you can never know, thereby causing much more pain. And of course, so when you don't allow things to naturally go and you are not showing up for yourself, it's actually going to be much more painful for you. But if you have the courage and understanding to welcome profound changes, do not postpone this transition. So it's really important right now for you to stay in a vigilance of having a sense of security, even when you don't feel secure, not judging it, not judging what you're going through. So that's what I pick up on for her. What do you guys get?
Whew. So, so it's something. This is Tiffany, right? Tiffany, it's something that you know that you're supposed to be doing that you're not doing. So I get the Eight of Wands, which is action, fast moving. Um, I want to say it's either school or career. It's either school or career. She's supposed to be doing something. She's not moving on it. It's an opportunity, and she's not moving on it because I pulled Tower.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't start taking action, Spirit is going to make you take action.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something you know you're supposed to be doing. And you're not. I need to move out. Okay. Yeah, because I got action, but it's also something about school or career too. Are you moving? Are you going to school, or are you thinking about going to school? But it's something you're supposed to be doing. Spirit is giving you the signs of why you're supposed to be doing it. It's a Tower moment coming, meaning you're not gonna have a choice but to do it. Um, but once
Mm-hmm.
that happens, I do see King of Swords, structure, routine. I see things mellowing out for you, and then I get the World card for you. But it's all dependent on this action. It's all dependent on this action that you're supposed to be doing first. I've been wanting to go to school. Yeah, I get like school because it has something to do with what you want to do, school and career.
I think you don't find motivation because I get lost with the transformation card.
But what is your reason for wanting to go to school? Do you want to go to school because you think that's what everybody else should do, like that's the right thing to do? Or do you want to go to school because it'll actually advance you in whatever it is that you want to do? So if you want to be a baker, do you want to go to culinary school, or do you just want to go to school and get a business degree? Because if I have a bachelor's degree, then that's what's good out there. Because the way they show me her life is they show me at first they showed me a railroad track, and so the railroad track was going by. The train was on the track and it was going by, and I thought, oh, okay, well, she's in the train track. So then they showed me, no, she's on the sidelines, and then I thought, oh, she just needs to get on the right track. And then they showed me, no, she's not even in a railroad car. She's in a vehicle. She's in a car. So you're in the wrong type of vehicle to even be trying to get on the right train track or the right train of thought. So then they showed me that you're not even in real life. You're watching a movie of a train go by, thinking that you're in a car. So you're sitting in a car that is stationary, watching a movie of a train go by. So you're watching the life that you want go by. You're looking at it in a movie and wishing that you could be on there, or wondering how to jump onto that track or jump into that train, or to get on the correct timeline. And so the thing is, you're not in the right vehicle to be on on that train of thought, and you're not even in the right realm to get on that train of thought. So the problem is you haven't found the connection to even get you into the right place where you want to be. So first you have to decide, what is it that I want to do. You want to go to school. When people say I want to go to school, but they don't say I want to go to school to be an auto mechanic, or I want to go to school to do hair, or I want to go to school to do nails, or I want to go to school for accounting. When you don't tell me what you want to go to school for, you don't have a focus on as to what you really want to go to school for. You're just going because it sounds like the right thing to do, and what you're doing is accumulating debt, because we've been programmed to believe that we should have went to school. Let me tell you this: I fought my guidance counselor all the time. I could have been a stripper. I could have married me a high profile person, wrote me a book, and be living in a condo somewhere, divorced, and somebody's trophy wife by now. I could have had a totally different life. It may not be, I may not have had my favorite brand, but it could have been a totally different life. We all went that traditional school route because that's all they were planning. But if you watch the news like I do, the enrollment for school is down because a lot of people are saying, what is the purpose of going to school? I'm just going to end up with a lot of debt, and I could make more money being an influencer or on social media than I could be from getting a traditional education. So know your why. That's what's going to keep you in school. If you don't know the reason that you're going, and it's not concrete and it's not going to anchor you to where you want to be, then you're not going to do it. I always talk about when I did that sickle cell awareness thing, where I ran 2 miles a day on the treadmill for sickle cell awareness. And the only reason I did it every single day, I hated it every single day, but I did it every single day for 30 days because it was tied to a why. I was raising money for sickle cell awareness. I was raising money for pancreatic cancer. I was raising money for whatever the other thing that it was. And so I did it every day. Win, lose, or draw, rain or snow, I did it whether I wanted to or not. I got up every single morning, I did it. If I didn't do it in the morning, I did it at night. And so what they're saying is, if you don't have an anchor to a why, you're not going to do it.
But also, Angie, now I don't think it's, now you have more options than like the 4 year, because like here the community colleges, you can go, you have CNA, you can do a paramedic in what, 18
Electrician.
electrician.
Let me tell you, Scott here, the person who does channeling, was begging people to be his apprentice in plumbing. He just wanted somebody that he could give his knowledge base to, and he couldn't find a person that was serious enough to get free training to be a plumber. He's just giving this knowledge away, and nobody wanted it.
Also,
Pilot, we have a pilot shortage. We have a nursing shortage.
What else?
Teacher shortage, doctors,
Like I said, the paramedic, cosmetology doesn't take 4 years. Um,
electrician doesn't probably take 4 years.
no, CDL, it's a shortage of truck drivers because most of them are older. They got these older truck drivers on the road. You can be an OTR. It's this young lady I watch. She a OTR truck driver. She be having on her lashes, her nails. She is funny to me. But Keena, shut up.
It really is a shortage of
So
employees.
my thing is, when you say school, we're not talking about you have to go to 4-year college. You can check the um you can check the community college and they have career services. Guess what? I'm pairing with community colleges. I need people with CDLs to be bus drivers. So guess who I'm
Exactly.
pairing with? The CDL school, the truck driving schools. Because I need bus
Exactly.
drivers.
If you're so bored or you're so in disillusionment, just draw some pictures and sell it on Instagram. Somebody's gonna get it.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Angel said technical degrees started schooling.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Started
saying.
schooling. And that's exactly what Alicia's saying. What is it that if you could wake up tomorrow and do this every single day, what would it be? I know what I want to do every single day. This is what I want to do every single day on a stage in front of a live audience. This is what I want to do. But until this pays all my bills, I also have to work my other job and my second job. So I have two other jobs. Plus, I do personal readings. Plus, we do classes on sometimes Mondays and Tuesdays. Plus, we go live. So, in order for this to be my bread and butter, I have to do all these other things until it makes me enough money to pay all my bills. And so, what is it that you like to do enough that if you had to wake up and do it every single day over and over and over, what would it be? I was telling y'all earlier, I like to talk. I like to tell people what to do. I like to give advice. I like to know information about stuff. I like to find out stuff. So getting visions, hearing from a higher power, that's all right up my alley. These are things that I like to do. And so how can I do that and enjoy it every day? Psychic, tarot, comedian, do this live, have a podcast, all these different ways that I can do it. You see that I have different avenues of doing all the things that I like to do. I can have a podcast. I'm still talking and telling people what to do. I could do this live. I could do readings. I could teach a class. I could come on here and do it. All these different ways I could do those few things that I like to do. So, what is it that you want to do every single day that brings you joy? What is it that makes you so happy that you like, you know what, I like helping kids. I don't like helping kids in that way. I just can't do it. I done did that. I done adopted the kid, and that's as far as I can go. I can't do it no more. I don't want to be a teacher because I can't deal with these parents. I can't deal with these kids. And I just can't do it. I just can't. And so you need to know, like I said, out of all the things that I don't like doing, that's how I learn what I like to do. So what is it that you don't like doing? Maybe you need to start doing this. Well, I know I don't want to be a janitor. Well, I know I don't want to be a truck driver. Well, I know I don't want to do hair. Well, I know I don't want to cook. So start with a list of things you don't want to do and then transition over to the things that you do want to do so you can set your intentions because it's about to be what I say. I done said it all night. A new moon, Friday the 13th, an eclipse, and we have the 1010 portal. How are you utilizing that power to move yourself forward? You could just ask your higher power, what direction should I move in? How do I get on that train track? You said you had a dream. They showed me a train track. That dream about the train track was confirmation for you. How do you get on that track to be where you want to be? So what is it that you need to drown out? Sometimes it's just about you saying, I release all that no longer serves me. And it could be old ways of thinking. When we say release, it could be old mindsets. It could be old beliefs. It could be people. It could be places. It could be things. It could be lack of understanding. All these things are things that you need to release. And so while you still have a couple more days before the new moon, you can still tell them, I release all those things that no longer serve me. So what is it that I need to get rid of? Go ahead, Alycia. What were you saying?
Pulled the Oracle. I love this deck, the Daily Crystal. I got clear quartz. So it at the bottom it says get crystal clear. So basically it says make space in your head for clear thoughts that might lead to greater insight into your life. And the reason I like that passage is because it doesn't matter what we say at the end of the day, you have control over your life. You are the pilot, you are the captain of your ship. So if you're confused, don't make sure you don't lose sight of the forest through the trees. The clarity that comes from mindfulness allows you to view your life from a higher perspective. I think that also goes along with what Miss Capricorn was saying. Clarity comes from mindfulness, allows you to view your life from a higher perspective. Keep focused on your goals and intentions as you continue to work on becoming your best self. It's like spiritual 2020 vision. You can see clarity where you're going and how to get there. Have you been feeling lost or confused? Do you know what you want? What does being clear look like or feel like to you? So maybe when you meditate, when you say your affirmations, you say in your affirmations, I am crystal clear. Spirit is giving me the answers that I need to know. And that's what I got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Just
All right.
allowing the disillusionment of your emotions. Maybe you're just holding on from your emotional past, but let them kind of purge out. Just don't think that it's always your emotions are having, you have to figure it all out. Sometimes just have that space for your emotions to.
Stacy.
Right.
Without not Stacy. I'm sorry. What's the young lady name we're doing right now?
Tiffany.
Tiffany. Without even thinking, give me three things that you want, that you enjoy. Three things that you enjoy. Just that just makes you happy. Whether it's planting flowers, cooking, having sex, whatever it is. Three things that make you happy. Give me three things really fast without even thinking about just boom, 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 boom. If you don't have three things, then Lord help the child. Because I have five things. Listen, do you want to be sexual or non-sexual? Do you want to be drinking? Do you want to be inappropriate? Do you want to be appropriate? I have a list. I can give you
Oh,
a
I
list.
love that. That's so Capricorn. That's just your
I always have a list. People be like, "What you want for your birthday? What's your budget? You want it under $100? You want it over $100? You want it in a gift card range? You want it in, you know what I'm saying? I always got a list.
wow.
So theater, tarot, and making friends.
Wow.
So you want to be an actor, so you could be an extra. Try to find out. You can go. There's local community theater you can try to do. So go and try to do that. Do you want to do that? There's local. You can go and try to be an extra on another. Okay, Kena. You can go and try to be an extra on some other on a show. That can get you into acting. That can get you into theater. What are you doing in theater that you can move forward with that? Okay. All right.
Yummy.
So Capricorn, are you leaving or were you telling
I was
Kina
just
good
telling
night?
her. Kina.
Okay, good night, Kina. And so you like, okay, and so then in tarot, you could come on here live with us. You can give us readings. You could come to our Tuesday night class. We have a class every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Times where we practice our skills and abilities. We're not teaching you how to do it. We're just practicing to see where we are, to learn what our abilities are, to learn what our signs and symbols are, to understand how we're moving forward with our abilities. So you could come to class on Tuesdays and join us. If you email advice at Sonora Mystic Tarot, he'll send you the link. It's a private link. It's a free class. It's every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're just giving you information where you could just come in and learn how to do stuff. Our class is growing every week. And so there's different readers every day. We just practice on each other. Sometimes Alicia's reading me. Sometimes Capricorn is reading. Capricorn gave me a great reading the other day. And where she told me that she just felt like the universe is just giving me everything that I'm asking for. And I'm like, hey, I like it. So you can come to class and practice your tarot. What are you doing to further those three things that you like to do? You said making friends. You know what you can do to make friends? We joined this group called Afro Junkies, and she is a person who likes to plan trips. So she plans day trips, and we all just pay the money, and she gets everything set up, and then we go and we make friends and we have a good time. Are you going out on meetups? Are you going to different places? So how can you make money for making friends? She said she was been in a film once and it was amazing. They're always looking for extras. Are you looking online to find out, hey, how can I be an extra? How can I just be one in a crowd? How can I be a background person? How can I be like just a person who walks through the middle of the scene and not says anything? How are you pursuing any of those things in a way that does not, that is cost effective for you? Because what they're showing me is you don't have to pay out so much money in order to get so much more benefit. Are you studying any of those crafts? Are you watching tarot people online? Are you practicing tarot? Are you pulling cards for yourself? Are you doing readings for other people? Are you learning what you like or dislike about the tarot? I listen to tarot readers all day, every single day, because I get little different nuggets on how they read the cards, how they interpret the cards, what their vernacular is, how they interpret things, what they say. Do I want to do love readings? Do I not want to do love
Yeah.
readings? And so, how are you utilizing the things that you like to do in order to make you money or to find your purpose or to decide, I don't like that? Like I said, after working at a law office for 6 years, I understood that I did not want to be a lawyer. So you decide. The fear kicks in, and I stay inside. I got tarot cards today, so I think that's a move forward. So come to class on Tuesday. Copy that down, and then just go ahead. And we're gentle. It ain't like we gonna come in and expect you to be 5 star and be reading cards like you've been doing this for 10 years. It takes every single level. We take every single reading level. Nobody is a pro. Even today, I'm still learning new stuff. People are still teaching me stuff. I'm still watching other readers and being like, oh, I never even thought of the Seven of Swords like that. Oh, I never even thought of the Temperance card like that. Like I said, I just learned the other day that the Temperance card used to be the alchemy card, which is mixing things together, mixing potions together, which is kind of like the magician card. That was something I learned new, and I've been doing this for a couple years. So come on into class. Sometimes it's just finding like-minded people that help you to advance it. Even if you don't want to practice tarot, you could actually use your intuition and your abilities to help you find the focus to move forward in whatever your purpose is, and to figure out, oh, there's an audition today. Oh, that means something to me. Interpret your dreams, how to move forward. So there's a lot of different ways you can use this class to help you to move forward or to further your dreams. But before you sign up for school, make sure that you explore all the options that are a little bit inexpensive that will help you, and that you know exactly what you want to go to school for, and will it be something that you want to do. As much as I love the money of being a nurse, I can't do it. I can't do it.
My baby.
I cried looking at a teacher today. So you think I ain't gonna cry when somebody on that operating table die? They're gonna be like, Angie, you don't contaminate the whole thing. Can you please get up off of this lady crying?
And Leia got the babies.
Exactly. I worked for CPS for 6 weeks. I cried every single day. All them videos that they showed us of people abusing kids, I wanted to find them people. I was crying. I was angry. I was frustrated. I came home extra hyper. They was like, baby, you can't do this. You need to go. And so you know what happened? Right after our training class was over, they fired the whole class because that's when we had that furlough back in 2009 and 10, and it was furloughing everybody from the state. That was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, was getting fired from that job, because Lord have mercy. You can't really go up into an abuser's house and they're trying to beat somebody but talking about, I know you abused that kid, before you investigate. I wasn't capable of doing CPS. I know I want to help people. I know it's wrong to hurt kids, but I wasn't of the mindset that I could mentally um, do that job. And so I had to find something else. I've been through all kinds of careers. You have to find what makes you happy. All right. So our last person is on the list. I hope that helps you out. I hope you come to class. Our last person on the list is Stacy, because she's the only person who is still here. Everybody else did not respond when Keena called their name or when she asked them to show up. So Jasmine, Scenario, all of you, you all missed your turn. This is our last person, this Stacy person. What did I do? Why is this showing? Okay, so Stacy, you're the last person. So once we're done with you, we're done for the night. Plus, I got to go to bed because I got to go to work tonight.
Mhm. I'm about to go to bed now.
I was hoping
East
if you
Coast.
had time to get a reading. I'm wondering if I'll always be by myself and truly find it.
Mhm.
Okay. So immediately when I get into your energy, it pulls me down. I get that Eeyore symptom. oh, woe is me, nobody loves me, nobody likes me. When it's somebody, your energy is not an attractive energy. Your energy does not make me want to be around you because you immediately. I had a friend like you from high school. No matter what solution you gave her, she could tear that solution down. Oh, I ain't got no way to get to work. Well, you can catch a bus. Oh, I ain't got no bus pass. The state gives you free bus passes if you blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, I can't get down there and pick up the bus passes. Well, I mean, you can ask a friend to take you there, pick up the bus passes, then you get there. Oh, well, this, oh, well, that. Every solution I gave her, she tore it down in some kind of way because it wasn't somebody just giving her a handout and saying, here's a bucket of money. So the energy that I have for you is very low vibrational. I do not want to be in your energy because you're a person who complains about every single thing. And I don't know you personally, and I'm not trying to be mean, but your energy does not pull me in. It does not make me want to get to know you because you're the person who, if we be like, oh, we're having a bake sale, well, what kind of cakes are you going to bake? Well, what if they don't want that kind of cake? Well, what if they want cupcakes? Well, what if they want cookies? Well, what if they want ice cream? Well, what if nobody comes to the bake sale? Well, what if the prices are too high? Well, what if you can't find sugar? Well, what if you can't find icing? You tear up the whole idea before we even get it out there. We just said we want to have a bake sale, and you done gave us 500 reasons as to why we can't have the bake sale. And so, what you need to do is to get on a different mindset, but it's easier said than done. All right, see you later, Alycia. Thank you for tuning
No
in.
problem.
Michelle, you can go ahead and read her because all I'm about to give her is a little bit of
No,
insight.
you're on
From
point. The nine of air hurts, and you're wearing it as you're wearing it as your feminine energy. You're just a woman walking out very hurt right now. There's vengefulness, there's anger, there's self-condemnation, suffering, agonized thinking, unwillingness or inability to forgive oneself and others. This card warns you that it's a high time to look at what you are doing. For how long have you clung to something that you know is detrimental to you? Why do you insist on hurting yourself this way? Why don't you allow the old wounds to heal? Watch the thoughts you use to torment your own being. Remember, the answers alone carry within you. You are responsible for what you make of your life. No childhood pain, however severe, can still be used as an excuse not to be kind and forgiving today. Investigate the real source of your guilt feelings. So the mother of earth, she represents your self-care, taking care of yourself. It's like instead of having that beautiful morning routine where you do your skincare in the morning, you do your skincare at night, it's replaced with actually your hurt routine. This is what I do. I get upset. I pretend to do this. I'm just upset. So your routine is just more so focused. It's just been developed. Um, it's just like your your mental be your mental behaviors are just really ingrained in what you do physically on a day-to-day basis.
So I don't know if she can see this YouTube video that I put up
Mhm.
there, but it's a positive mind affirmation. All you need to do, and this is what I do every night when I go to sleep. I go onto YouTube, I find an 8 hour or 4 hour video, and I just listen to it. And so what you do is you put in positive affirmations while you sleep. And you can find a 4 hour video and it tells you you are beautiful, you are powerful, you are amazing, you are smart, you are kind, you have strength. And so you find the one that appears to you. I like to hear a man saying it because I love to hear a man telling me how great I am, how beautiful I am, how powerful I am. So I listen to a man telling me all night how amazing I am, how beautiful I am, how powerful I am, how successful I can be, all those things. So that's what you need to do all night. And you need to listen to that every single night for 30 days. Even if you don't listen to it every single night, like even if you make little comments that be like, oh, I'm so stupid. How did I not know that? Oh my God, I'm just such a klutz because I tripped over this. How dumb are you to not know that that money was coming out and you overdrew your account? Those are self-fulfilling prophecies. Those are the affirmations that you're teaching to yourself. You're programming your mind to think that you're worthless, to think that you're less than anything. So what I'm saying is take 30 days to reprogram yourself every morning before you get up or all night. Because sometimes the reason that our stuff comes to us in our dreams is because our subconscious is not fighting with us. During our waking hours, we're fighting with the universe. We're fighting with our higher power. We're fighting with our thoughts. And so if they come to us in our dreams, there's no fight back. There's no pushback. You can just receive this information. So when you go to sleep, I want you to do this for every single night for 30 nights, even if it's just an hour or two. Listen to a positive affirmation video and tell you, listen, I even listen to videos that just repeat over and over and over again. You are 145 pounds. And so my body thinks that it's 145 pounds and it dropped every pound over 145 pounds. So you can decide what you need to do in order to reprogram your mind. But the reason nobody is you're not finding love is because you're in such a negative headspace. And it's not to say that you just decided that that's where you want to be. Over time, setbacks, negative relationships, hard decisions, hard things happening in our life put us in that mindset that everything is happening to us and not for us, that the Lord is against us, that our higher power is against us, the universe doesn't like us, all men are this, all women are that, our kids don't like us. And so we fulfill that prophecy every single day. We wake up like, oh my God, I gotta go to work today. I can't stand dealing with John. He's just gonna come over and be talking stuff to me. And so you know what I started doing? Every morning when I wake up, I just say our affirmation that we have. Let me find our affirmation. I believe in infinite abundance and all my wants and needs are met. I say that every single morning. As soon as I open my eyes, I believe in infinite abundance, all my wants and needs are met. And then I said, today is a great day. I have a meeting today. I'm going to get all the information that I need from this meeting. All my contracts are going to go through. By the end of the week, I'll have 5 contracts done. I don't care what 5 contracts are done. If at the end of the week I only got 3, I said, oh, okay, well, that's 2 more that I need to get for next week. I take the good and the bad together and I remix it and make it good. I tell the universe how my day is going to be. Today is going to be a great day. I start off every week by posting, this is a great week to have a great week. This is a magnificent week. Anything else is unacceptable. I speak to my universe and let them know that what I expect. You are not getting what anything positive because you're speaking to your universe of negativity. Your universe is always giving you what you want. If you're saying that this is what you are, I'm dumb, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm useless, I'm this, that's what the universe is going to allow to come to you. More instances where you feel that way. But if you say to yourself, I'm powerful, I'm unique, I'm beautiful, I'm capable, I have the knowledge, I'm this, I am going to have a great day, and you speak to that day, then that's what you'll have. You have to reprogram your mind, and it's easier said than done, but it also takes changing the atmosphere or the people that you hang out with. If the people that you with feed into your negativity, then that's not what you need. You need somebody who feeds into your positivity. Like I said, we used to have girls' nights and we would get together and just bitch and moan about how our relationships wasn't going good. And I was like, well, I don't like this. This isn't a positive situation. This isn't feeding into it. And so we step back from it. Now, when we come together, we talk about our accomplishments at work. We talk about how great we're doing in our exercise routine. We talk about the food that we're eating. We're talking about the trips that we want to go on. We're talking about positive things. So you have to decide, my circle is either a cage or my circle is either elevation, a ladder to help me move up. So what kind of people are you surrounding yourself to? What are you attracting yourself with? Sometimes just wearing a different color will help. Maybe you should wear yellow. Maybe you should wear orange. Maybe you should wear blue. Sometimes just those things attract positivity in you. Maybe you should get a black obsidian, and that repels negative energy, that absorbs negative energy. Get an amethyst, get a quartz. Those are things that attract positive energy in and carry those in with you. And when you're having a bad day, rub on that amethyst, rub on that quartz so you can get some clarity. Rub on that black obsidian and say, you know what? I'm going to place this negativity in this black obsidian. I'm going to ask my quartz to give me some positivity. I'm going to find whatever avenue I have to be positive. And it's a fight. And it's not a continuous road where you're always going to be positive. You may go 3 steps forward and 5 steps back, but always fight to move forward
Mhm.
in that positivity. Keep listening to those videos every single night. Sometimes I'll think, oh, I don't need to listen to them no more. I'll go a couple months and I'll be like, you know what, Angie, you need to get back on your videos. You need to listen to that positive affirmation. You need to know that you are great. You need to know that you're capable. You need to know that you're the magician. You need to know that you are full of positivity, and allow that to attract people to you. So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Right? And you can have a virtual girls' night online. There's people who do girls' nights online. You could go on Meetup and do virtual girls' nights, virtual drinking games. This is a virtual meetup for us. We just get together, and some of these people are here every single week with us, and they know us personally, and we just hobnob and we just laugh and we just kiki together. And so you could come back here every night, but we do it in positivity. We're not going to give you a pity party. We're going to give you solutions on how to move forward, and we're going to see, are you using those solutions? Are you fighting through that negativity, or are you feeding into that negativity? And another thing I would tell you to do is to think about who your higher power is. If your higher power can't help you to overcome that negativity and that fear, then maybe you need to check who your higher power is. Because my higher power is capable of taking me out of any situation and put me in a better situation. So I'm going to feed my positivity and my belief in my higher power over my fear, over my anxiety,
Mhm.
over my depression. Am I saying that all these things in life are more powerful than the God that I serve, than the higher power that I believe in? I'm giving more credit and more energy to the things of this world than my higher power who created this world.
Right. Yeah, it's just really important for you to mentally discipline yourself and take yourself out of your head, slow down, invest in a routine. And yeah, it's right now, it's just really important for you to be honest and diligent and grounded. But everything you said was on point.
She said, I will try. Don't get this from my family. They are the type that will, we don't talk about things. Oh, no, we don't talk about feelings in our family either. And so you find a group of people who will. This group that I'm with, we talk about everything from extraterrestrial to sexual positions to dildos to dominatrix rules. We talk about everything. You
Mhm.
have to find a group of people who are open to that. You're welcome to come back to this platform at any time. Like I said, we might be back tomorrow. We'll for sure be back on Sunday. But every day one of us is online. So if you are, I always share. So you're following me on Facebook. Every day I share. You can even go back and look at some of our old readings. Like from yesterday, I shared Dawn and Miss Bonnie every single day from Sunday through Friday, one of us is live either in the daytime or the nighttime. So you always have an audience. You always have somebody who's there for you to tune into and to have some enjoyment and enlightenment with. And we always try to raise your vibration. We're never going to feed into your negativity. We're always going to give you positivity. One person I would definitely suggest that you connect with is Miss Julie and Gabe tomorrow, or Scott. They'll be on at about 8 o'clock in the morning. If you're following me, I'll share their post and you'll see them live tomorrow. So come back on tomorrow about 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, because we're in Arizona, and so they'll be back on. So come back and just feed in. Sometimes it's just the circle of people that you're around and the information that you're allowed feeding into your head. If I go to sleep at night watching Criminal Minds, you know what I'm a dream? That somebody's trying to kill me, somebody's trying to kidnap my kids, somebody's trying to blow up my house, somebody's trying to come in through the door, somebody's trying to get in my back seat. If I go to sleep watching the news, you know what I'm a dream? That I'm in a police chase, that somebody's putting meth in my food, that somebody's trying to kill me. But if I go to sleep listening to raindrops, or if I go to sleep listening to positive affirmation, you know how I wake up well rested and positive and ready to slay the world. You decide what you're going to feed. How are you going to feed your mind? What are you going to give your brain? What is the food that you're going to give it? Maybe you need to cut back on sugar, because sugar sometimes hypes me up in a bad way too. So you need to decide what foods you need to balance it out. That temperance card is very much what they're showing me, for you to decide how you want to move forward. Okay.
Mhm.
I've admittedly hit rock bottom. I'm just struggling to dig myself out. And we get all of that. You know what else might be up? Therapy. Therapy is never a bad thing. If you got the chance to stretch out on somebody's couch, go to therapy. Go to group therapy. If you've been in a domestic violence situation, there's domestic violence groups you can go to. If you're having a problem with somebody who's had addiction, you have parents or relatives or a spouse or children that was in addiction, there's groups you can go to for addiction. If you've been sexually assaulted, if you've been verbally abused, if you've had financial abuse, whatever kind of abuses, there's a group online or out in public that you can go to. It's just you utilizing your resources. Are you going to feed your mind with negativity online and social media, or are you going to find the resources? I've given you multiple resources. Which ones are you going to feed into? Are you going to come back to our lives for the rest of the week? Are you going to go and find a therapist? Are you going to go and find a group? Are you going to go on Meetup? I've given you 4 options to overcome all that negativity. Which one are you going to do? Which one or all of them are you going to do? That's what I want to know. I don't need to know about how much pain you went through, because we've all had setbacks. We've all had pain. What I want to know is which one of those positive options I gave you, or how many of those positive options I gave you, you're going to feed into and allow them to change your mindset over time. So that's what I want to know. I understand your trauma because I've had trauma and I've been where you've been. I've been in that down space where I don't know how to move forward, but go forward in positivity. Okay? Do you have anything else for her, Capricorn
No,
Collective?
that's perfectly said to the T. You got it.
It's a beautiful, beautiful night, Mr. Bang Click Click. I love you for staying in there. He's always in it for the long haul with us. He's always telling people what to do. You won't lose yourself. Just again, come back in the morning, 8 o'clock, with Julie and Scott, and listen to them. I'm gonna share their post on my page, and then you come back and listen to them, and then you come back on Sunday, and then you come back on Monday. As a matter of fact, go into my gosh, you're not on my YouTube, but my YouTube is A5says. If you go into my YouTube, or even if you go into my Facebook, there's somebody on there that says Naturally Divine Goddess. Go into Naturally Divine Goddess, then find her YouTube. She has a video on victim mentality that you really need to watch. And it'll help you to understand that you're seeing yourself as a victim, and this is how to overcome that victim mentality. Or you could even go back to her Monday tea time and listen to her tea time, because every single Monday she gives you information on how to move forward in positivity with her tea time, and the astrological things that are happening with the planet, and just how the energy is moving forward. So we always got positivity for you. We always got something that'll help you move forward. It's just, what are you going to choose to look forward to? All right. So I thank you for coming on. Let me clear this out so everybody can see our names and everything on here. How do I clear this out? I don't even know. Okay. Okay, so there you go. Well, where's our name at? I don't even know how Kima. Let me see how to do it. Lord of the child. Let me take that off. Nope, that ain't it. Oh my God, take that off. Okay, there's our name. So that's our names. That's how you can that's how you can find us on our channels or whatever. We thank you all for tuning in. We may be back tomorrow. I'm not sure if Collective Capricorn is available, or if I'm available. I just don't know. But we may be back tomorrow. We'll for sure be back on Sunday. And again, somebody will be on in the morning at 8 a.m. So just come back and check. Thank you all for coming in. Have a great night.